This podcast is for pure entertainment. Our thoughts and views, man, they're not to be taken serious. If we hurt your feelings, then maybe you should stop being so soft. We don't want no smoke with anyone for voicing our opinions, bro. Please, 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 please. We are all pussy. All of us. Welcome to the Iceberg Lounge. I hope you enjoy this just as much as we did making it. You did.
Ridiculousness. And Ridiculousness was a ripoff of the original Dave Chappelle. We came back.
Damn.
No, that's a fact. Dave Chappelle was the first show of its kind.
Yeah.
And everyone came right after he got canceled. He said, oh, black man took over. He broke all the barriers, so we don't got no issues. We can run right through that bitch now.
Yeah.
And they did that. And Taj Cornell got canceled because he was doing OD. Black folk know how far we can reach. That white nigga said, kick in the door, waving fofos. Let's say, yo, you can't be saying the R word to the motherfucking handicap and doing X, Y, Z. Like, chill.
Yeah.
And he would try to bring them on the show to clear up the like, no, nigga, the damage is done. Yeah. The names have been called. The shit happened. Yeah, now you just trying to backpedal your way into good graces, and niggas ain't buying it. And now we're mad, but you're on Comedy Central, so we gotta cut the check and film that bitch to cover our asses legally. And it happened. And then Key and Peele comes on, blows Taj out.
Yeah.
Dave's like, well, I'm good. I'm on OD. I'm on Netflix. I'm thugging. Weezy out of here.
Yes.
And it's a whole
I
bit.
forgot my question now.
It wasn't.
It wasn't a question. It was a conversation.
Yeah, it was just.
We was talking
about the TikTok.
Oh, I was saying you're like, why do you think you're biased? But I think I have a tendency.
Well, we got to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we have to.
I was doing my research on you because Jay likes to tell me last minute when I'm doing things. But I'm always happy to come. Honestly, it's always a good time when I come out here. But I was doing my research and I was listening to your music, and then I was like, okay, let me do the full research download. And then I got to your TikTok. I feel like your TikTok is actually where the magic is, to be honest. We can go into that when they're on it. But then I was saving them, and then I was sending them to people just trying to see what they thought you sounded like. But I don't know why that's my tendency. I realized doing that you shouldn't really be trying to like compare an artist to anyone. But at the same time, I just caught myself hearing things of similarities of other artists that maybe you were pulling from. But then I was curious like what your actual inspirations were. Yeah. But then I like my brain immediately makes a playlist of like all the people that I was thinking you were sounding like. And then I was asking certain people that I feel like music the way that I do. I was like, okay, who do you think he sounds like off the rip? Like, I don't want to send you anything. I'm not telling you anything. Just like, who does he sound like? And that's how I got down the TikTok rabbit hole. But I do think what you do on TikTok is kind of unique. I haven't seen it before where you take kind of like a poppin' song and then you go in on it. And I feel like you really excel at that. Yeah,
it's kind of crazy how that whole idea came about. So I think the last few videos. So 3 of the ones you saved, those are parts. So I think I'm at either 7 or 8, and it's the series is called "Can I Write Music at Your House?" Oh. So I'm taking songs that like older songs that people forgot about. Yeah. Like one of them was the one that's doing the craziest on Instagram is "Selfish" by Slum Village and Kanye West.
Oh, that's a hit.
So and people forget about, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be trying to find songs like that, like people forget about, but then when they hear it, they're like, oh shit, I forgot about this song.
Because if you're not a savant, you won't know.
You know what I mean? So, and then I also make sure that this beat goes well with my voice. Because if it doesn't, then it won't be, you know what I'm saying? It won't be at all. So, but people that they probably told you I sound like and who I pull inspiration from, it's probably like it won't even be the same.
Yeah, you're not near it.
Definitely not.
Yeah, because some of my favorite artists is like I don't talk about none of the stuff they talk about.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's kind of crazy though. But that whole series, and it's crazy because Sid actually, she sparked that whole series. Because we talked a lot when I first started doing music. Like we talked a lot about music, and she would always send me songs like, "You should redo this, you should redo that," and none of them was clicking at the time. So the ones that she actually got a hand in is the very first one, which was a Tory Lanez beat called "Trust Me" off of his
That's a good song.
off of his I think that was his Playboy album.
That was the album?
I think it was. I think it was either the album or it was a mixtape.
Which one?
It was "Trust Me." So he got like the first half of the song is called something else, and then the second half is called "Trust Me," and it's like a guitar kind of bass instrumental. And then so I did that one. That was because of her. The Tiana Taylor one, "You're Gonna Love Me," was because of her. And I believe she had something to do with one of the latest ones I did, which was the Drake "From Time." But all these are getting sent months ago.
Yeah, way before.
You know what I'm saying? And they just wouldn't click. And then she'd be like, "I'm done," like trying to. And I'm like, it can't be like that. Like, it's not. It might not click, but and it'll just come.
Well, question then, as far as inspiration, like, yes, we listen to certain people.
Yeah.
And we like certain things, old school, new school.
Yeah.
Now, inspiration comes from a lot of different factors, not necessarily just music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certain events may happen, certain successes may happen, and it makes you reflect, and you're like, oh, it kind of, was there anything like specifically where you were like, this music, where my mental space and where I'm like, where my life is looking like, where I want to go, does that inspire you, or just like, there's more events, or just like what you're listening to kind of give you more of a leading edge?
I would say like it's kind of weird the way I make music, because like the whole time I was here when y'all was doing the first half of the podcast, shit just be coming to my mind. I just write it down.
Yeah, shit pop up.
Like it be the most busiest times though in my day where I'd be thinking of shit, and I'd be like, okay, if that was trash, I'm like, I'm not writing that down. But then if it's something that stick, I gotta write it down. But it's certain times I'm in a conversation with people, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to be rude and take off my phone. But I'm like, you know what? I've done that. I've done that so many times where I regret it. So
You just do it now.
Now I'm just like, can you please hold on? I'll explain after I'm done what I was doing.
Yep.
Because I don't want to be rude and be on my phone.
Do you get that like right before you go to sleep too? Because I know a lot of people get ideas right before they go to bed, or right when their mind is like rested and their body's relaxed, and then out of nowhere a flood of ideas and a flood of things and a flood of, you're like, oh, I could have. Like, I know a person that have a notebook right next to, just write it down. All right, I'm going to bed now, and they got to worry about what you thought you forgot. Like,
That really comes from me though, because I think it's just when I'm just busy, like I'm at work, I'm driving. When you're not supposed to be on your phone, that's when it comes. Okay. And I believe that shit happens for a reason though. You know what I mean? And if that person can't understand that, then they shouldn't be around you. Basically, you know what I mean? Right. Because they gotta respect. I mean, they gotta respect what you're doing, and if they don't, then.
However that creative process is, they got to respect it, and if they can't, then they can't be around you because you're going to be doing it.
You get what I'm saying?
And so I can't just I can't stop doing how my creative flow is because it might hurt your feelings. I need somebody that's going to understand it's not about your feelings, it's about my work ethic right now.
Don't fuck my process up at the same time.
Because if I could do this around, like if I'm even talking to my mom, you know what I'm saying?
One second.
Then, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I could do it around my friends and then somebody I just met, whatever the case may be. But like I said, so that whole series just came from like just we was hanging out, being at somebody's house, and I was just like, and then that second one that I did to the Kendrick beat, which was Sing About Me, which is a song that I just heard it. I just heard it one day, and then my mind just started going, and then I'm like, hold on, let me go find an instrumental. But it's kind of hard to find a lot of instrumentals with the hook still there. And with the hooks, because that's what I be aiming for.
Oh,
like
with the hook?
Because it'll give you something like I can rap for
a couple words or something.
I can go from there to there.
Yeah, and then it'll come back in, and people are like, oh, I remember this.
Exactly.
Instead of just having an instrumental where leaving people blank, you know what I mean? So
I've met both sides, and some people hate the fucking hook on the beat. Like, I'm like, well, that's kind of how
it just depends on what your thought process is, though. So he's taking it from a thought process of not
like cover.
I'm covering it, but in my way, right?
It don't fit.
It's different than I'm trying to make this song my song.
I just want it to be a little thing.
Yeah, like the most one I had trouble with was the Wait For You, the Future.
Oh yeah.
It took me fucking 2 months to come up with 40 seconds of shit. It's because I didn't know how to approach it. Right. And I could have been overthinking it, and I don't even be rapping over beats like that, but I'm always willing to try. And that shit took like 2 months, but
it came out.
Yeah, it came out, and
dope, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then that goes right into the hook, and it's like people love that fucking song.
Right.
People love that they kept her on there. So
I can see why though.
you
for
get what I'm
sure.
saying?
Like,
Yeah,
how
And
shout
she
out to
made this.
Sims.
Yeah, she made that whole project, that whole single. It wasn't a single, but when they first heard it off the album, that shit went. It was his most played song ever.
Right.
shit.
Like it's crazy.
They're gonna tell you. The fans gonna tell you what it is.
know what I
Like
mean?
for real.
Yeah.
Well, let's just get into it. We already started a little bit of it, but this is the Iceberg Lounge, and thank y'all for tapping into the to the Patreon, man. It's a very special episode. We got my boy Ivy in the building. We're gonna talk about his album, talk about what he's doing, you know, and y'all gonna just learn more about him. And I hope y'all ready because this nigga's fire, no cap. This nigga's fire.
I appreciate y'all having me too.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing.
It's
I'm
love,
grateful
always.
for sure.
Always.
For sure.
So, where you from, bro?
I'm from. I grew up in Carson, California, kind of near Compton, like 5 miles away. I spent half of my life there. Then I moved to Antelope Valley, Palmdale, Courtsville area. Yeah, during my middle school, high school years, and then my college years, I actually came out here. Soon as I touched down out here, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going back home for sure. I'm not going back because the desert, like,
Dude,
it's either you go back to the desert or you go back to where you
left
might
Palmdale,
not
ain't been
survive.
back.
That's cool, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I came out here, it was 2012. I did 2 years of college out here. I went to Cal State Dominguez, which is in Compton. And then after that, 2019, I graduated in 2016, but 2019 is where I was like, yeah, I'm staying out here and I'm not going back.
Right.
And it was right before the pandemic. So either it was good timing or bad timing, but
Whatever.
I was just going to see it through. And I've been out here on my own ever since. So been
What-
back and forth.
Hell yeah. When what year did you graduate, if you don't mind? People want to know. And if you
College or high school?
high school.
High school 2012.
Okay, so what middle school did you go to?
I went to
In Palmdale.
it was called Course Hill. I think it was
You went to courts?
Course Hill Middle School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister
I
went there.
because nigga, we got mutual friends.
Okay.
Hella
Yeah.
mutual friends. And but
Palmdale,
from
baby.
Palmdale.
Yeah.
And so cause I went to cause we from there. We from Palmdale.
Okay.
And so
and Lancaster.
yeah, like
Yeah, I've been to all three. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
everybody, nigga, it's the same
Victorville,
shit. I be trying to
Yeah.
tell niggas like they be like, oh, I'm from Palmdale, Lancaster. Nigga, it's all the same shit. I
It's
feel
all-
like
yeah.
the only outside is Rosemont. Like if you from Rosemont, then you
And-
not from Palmdale, Lancaster. Like
You way out.
you out there,
Yeah,
nigga, you
damn
out
near,
there. But yeah, I went to Esperanza,
Okay.
and then I
know
went
that.
to Hillview.
I know where Hillview is. Yeah.
And then I went to Hillview, and then I got kicked out of Hillview for fighting. And then I went to Juniper.
Okay, I know where Juniper is. Too.
Yeah, I went to Juniper. And then-
It's crazy. I got kicked out of middle school too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nigga, it's
Middle
like,
school,
No,
nigga?
teacher lied on me. Said I was trying to attack her, but the homie locked the door, and I was banging on the door. I wasn't trying to be late to class.
I'm trying to get
and
out.
I came in hot at him, and she said something
she
to
was
me.
startled to her.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Nigga come
saying?
in hot like, oh shit.
I had a
lock this
nappy,
up.
I had a
profiling
nappy
niggas.
hair fro back then, and I looked totally different. She probably was just
Like
you know
this,
what I'm saying?
this
They be
nigga.
doing
They
that.
used to
You wanna know
niggas
what's
out
crazy
there,
though?
so they geeked up.
A year later, she broke her arm.
What?
Yeah.
As a teacher?
Karma,
You're
baby.
OD. You're OD.
I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What inspires you every day? Like when you wake up, what's your inspiration?
To make music or just to live as a human being?
In general.
Shit, just try and just keep it going. Cause I work in mental health, behavioral health, so I see everyday struggles of people and different mental health issues they deal with. So I'm able to look at them and be like, yeah, you have no reason to really complain, even though you go through your own little shit. I feel like when you see people like that, that's at a higher level and dealing with bigger shit, you really have no choice but to keep going. You know what I mean? And the main number one reason is I gotta see what happens before I leave Earth. You know what I'm saying? I have to. I gotta try and see what happens before I leave. Because if I don't try, then I'd rather go to sleep every day knowing I tried to do something towards what I want to do, than lay down and be like,
Should have tried.
I'm gonna just do it tomorrow. No, I'm gonna just do it again. You know what I mean?
New try.
yeah.
Retry.
That's why our motto is, wake up and try and try to be perfect. And when you fail, because you're gonna fail, wake up and try again.
Yeah.
So but that goes into the next question: what's the goal at the end of the day? So like you have your inspiration for when you wake up, but what's the goal that when you go to sleep, you're like, all right, I'm cool, I'm satisfied with today.
1% better every day. It's crazy because there's times where I'm not too satisfied. Like I can go and record something, And Ty would tell y'all, like, bro, I would call him like, hey, can we just go back real quick? I need to fix this. It'd be like one word.
You be thinking
he'd be like, Ive, like, come on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm like, bro, I want to be able to sleep tonight. So it just be it be little tedious things, but things that's gonna bother me, and I'll make it a big deal because I do be living in my head a lot. So.
Yeah, bro.
I was gonna say, like, with your studio sessions, how does that look as far as like when you record? Do you listen like after the finished product maybe 8 times or 5 times? Because like knowing 7 and shit, they will work, record, listen, maybe for hours.
That's exactly
we'll
what
listen for hours and then be like, all right, let's smoke and chill and whatever the case, and then be like, we'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Like, today's not the end. You know what I mean? Do you have that same vibe, or you kind of like, I'll go until I don't feel it no more, and then when I do feel it, I'll come back, and because it's like a chef effect almost, you know?
Yeah. So with if I'm trying something new that I know for sure, like it might be some time and space where I might need to come back to something, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But if it's something that like if the beat is telling me what to do,
Right.
if it's telling, because the beat will tell you like, no, you got to go.
We finishing tonight.
Yeah. So. I just look at it like that. Like I need the way the recording sessions are, like I'd rather have the beats beforehand, so that way when I go to the studio,
you're ready.
I won't be wasting his time and I won't be wasting my time, and I can get it done. And that way, if I have it written already, I can practice as many times as I want to.
That don't take the excitement out of it though.
What
like
I was gonna say is, bro, the same. Like it's one of the things that like us as a group, like we've always done, and see if it helps you. But it's just as far as like. Getting over to the next thing is, bro, like the little imperfections and stuff. Every time it makes you who you are. So if you don't have it, then it don't, like somebody else ain't gonna have the same imperfection that you got. So it's gonna help. Like it's good to me to be meticulous about certain songs, but with time you gonna know which songs need to be
meticulous
to go back in on and be like, this needs backgrounds and this needs this and this needs this. I need to say this perfect and this and that. Like R&B people do shit 70 takes, like because they got to get the perfect shit because certain things and some melodies may need that. But it's gonna help you probably to just be like, man, fuck it. Like I'm going on to the next one. I'm gonna leave it how it is and I'm gonna go to the next one because it helps you with your it helps you with your process and it helps you also with work ethic. It's just like, man, like, okay, like bad games. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna play your next game just because you had a bad one last game. Yeah, you're gonna be like, nigga, I gotta go crazy. Like, I have to go crazy this one. Like, so you just gotta play the next game. Yeah,
that's actually some good advice, and that's something I've been trying to work on, but not really efficient with it at the moment, though.
Yeah, no, bro. I'm not very consistent, bro. And I can be real with myself and and all my niggas that know me know that I just don't I don't make music all through the year. I make music when I want to, but I know how to lock in.
Yeah, so okay, that makes sense then.
I can lock in and I can make a lot of music all at once and I can get something done. Doesn't mean that that's the best way to do it, but that's what works for me most times. But I'm willing to open my mind to other things.
Understandable.
So, that's why I give the advice when I hear it.
How do you know when you're being too meticulous? Because I think that a lot of artists struggle with that, where they could almost ruin a project from going in too much.
You should feel like you're too meticulous all the time. If you're the only one judging, the way to get out of that is to be with a team and people that will tell you real feedback.
Is that the same thing? Like, do you like because you work most of the time solo, or do you have people around you?
Nah, the way if I'm working on something that's just mine, I'd rather be by myself and the producer, the engineer. I'd rather be it just one-on-one because I have a thing with if you're not focused on me and I'm not focused on you, then we won't get the best out of each other, right? It's times where I gotta tell Ty like, hey, you gotta get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? But that it's been 3 years of that though.
I know that's your homie, but that's funny.
But with that being my homie, I'm also could keep it real with him, right?
Like, nigga, I told you.
You just texted me 2 days ago and said in 2 years you don't want to work no more. All right, so let's put the phone up and let's work so we don't gotta work no more.
If I'm here, the phone's in the car.
Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just feel like it's one-on-one. I like one-on-one, but like if I'm in there, we making a song together, because we could bounce ideas off each other. Hey, no, I say it like this. no, Thrill, say it like this, right? Uno, punch in like this. You know what I'm saying? So it could work that way if we working on something that's a group and it's a joint song, project, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
How did the connection with Retro come about?
So Ahmad, the one that he records now, I was getting trained by his dad when I first graduated high school, and that's how I met Ahmad, which is his dad, and him and Retro been best friends since like elementary school. And one day I was on Instagram, I think this was like right during the pandemic, right when it was about to end. So he had posted something and I clicked the link and I heard a voice that was rapping. I'm like, damn, this sound like Ahmad. So I wrote him, I'm like, hey, you rap? And he like, yeah, but don't tell my parents though, because he was just about to graduate high school. So he didn't want his parents to be like, no, you can't focus on music. It's time to go to college, whatever the case may be. And I had told him like, hey, I just started rapping, right? And this was like 2020.
We could start something.
Yeah. So I'm like, where do you be recording at? Because I'm like, where I go, it's like once a month. And I'm like, that's not good enough for me because it was the
I want
pandemic.
to get my shit out.
And it was like it started off as a hobby.
You got time.
So that was like 2020 in October, and I was going every day. They let me come every day, and that's how I met Retro. When I first got in there, we made like 3 songs. They was horrible, but it was a start of something.
Foundation.
Growing pains.
But me and his relationship, Retro, is like, it's crazy because he could tell me like, nah, nope, that's not gonna work. And it's times where he'd be like, that's gonna work, but I'll be like, no. But the thing with me and him, if he'd be like, Ivan, you overthinking, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get out the way. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people who would tell me like you overthinking. I'm like, nah, like this don't sound how I want it to. But like how you ask, like how do you know when you're being too meticulous? It's when it starts sounding the same. I think that when it starts sounding the same. So that's how relationships started.
Hell yeah. Going from hoops and then being an artist, you know what I mean? What's the similarities and then what's the differences that you noticed so far?
The similarities are the discipline, the consistency you need to have if you want to be good at something. I think in all areas, like no matter what you're doing, you got to be consistent if you want to reach a certain level. And I think the differences are it's easier to make music than play basketball because that's like you physically putting your body through something.
For sure.
And you know kind of when to stop. But with music, like it's just all your mental. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why I think it's a little bit easier to sit down and just make music. You get me? So I think that's that's the similarity and that's the difference for me. You know what I mean?
I'll say getting in a music groove, do you find yourself kind of easier, like getting in that groove easier as far as like when you step in the stew, you got something ready, but you want to kind of start something new as well, start something fresh. Like, oh, you got to beat something I don't know yet or something new. Are you open to that? Like, let me freestyle it, throw some jump shots up in the stew real quick type.
There is times where I go in there with no plan, which is like probably like 15% of the time. And there's songs that actually came out that we've used, but I'm not really a freestyler. Like, but this new project I did, I punched in on some to finish some songs, and I talk about those ones later. The ones that I actually like wrote half and then finished half, just like, you know what I'm saying. But that I have to like really like feel.
Okay.
Yeah. But when he send me certain beats, I'm like, nah, I gotta go in and just do it right then and there, because that energy is not gonna be the same if I'm writing it. You get what I'm saying?
So do you believe with artists being in the studio together, or do you rather send a song out and like, because there's some that are strictlers, like you have to be in the studio with me if you want this feature.
It's crazy because all those features on that project, they weren't done with me there.
Oh.
And it's vice versa. Like we weren't with each other. It was just like songs. It was a song that got the only one that wasn't my song, but I won in a bidding war was Wishing on a Star. Okay. That's what this dude that Amor, he been coming around the studio for like almost a year now. We met him and he's a singer, really creative, talented dude. So he did the song and he was just like, hey, you want to get on this? And then when I first did my verse, that's one of the ones that was short and I didn't like it. So I did it. So songs that I'll do and not listen to after that means like I didn't like my verse.
I didn't want to look
and
back.
Then one day I'm just driving and I just played it and I'm like, oh shit, I was tripping that day. You know what I'm saying? My ears was tripping that day.
And you want to go
back?
And
then they was like, well, you need to finish it. So then that's when I was like, I was in a small room and then I was like, all right, I'm about to finish it right now. He like, you don't want to write? I'm like, no. I'm like, just pause it to where I stop,
I'ma pick up.
and then I'll pick up where I
Punch
left
me
off.
in, yeah.
So yeah, that was one of the ones too that where I just finished half, I wrote half, went in, and then.
Do you prefer that on the fly, or you rather give me my time?
I'd rather take my time too, cause my thing with writing stuff, I don't want to say no bullshit. Like I don't want to say something that don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
You'll know the difference too.
Yeah, like you and you probably would know the difference. Like if you hear me on certain songs, like from the probably past, like yeah, Ivan was on. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really clicking with the beat that well, or just with himself that well. You know.
What I see.
You gotta talk to me.
Yeah,
It's cool. You can take your time though.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I noticed that you and Kato, y'all collab
Yes.
on a bunch of shit. How did that relationship pretty much formulate, and what's the history behind that?
Shot by cannon?
Kato with a cannon.
Yeah,
Kato
Kato with a cannon. I know. Hey,
Man,
I
you
ran
know
that,
what's crazy
man.
about that? Like he had hit me up I think in the beginning of the year, like he was telling me what he was doing, and he was offering promos and stuff. Like I shoot I think it was like a minute, whatever you got, whatever you want to do. And I was like, when I have something, I come to you. So the first thing me and him ever shot, I was coming out with this single called Cheesecake. That's one of the songs I did on the fly.
I remember that. I remember that one.
We were just in the studio and
like, fuck it. I
remember that video.
Retro started making a beat. I'm like, no, don't put no. And he like, and then he did something. I'm like, oh, let me shut up.
He said, hold on.
I'm
bro,
like, let me
doing
shut.
my
I'm
thing.
like, he told me he like, I got it right. And most of the time, like he be having it.
Let me cook.
Like he young, but he has an ear for. He has an ear for this shit.
You just gotta have an ear.
And I'm only 3.5 years in, so I gotta listen more than I talk. You get what I'm saying? So that was one of the ones that we were just in the studio, and I was messing around on the keyboard, and we were just vibing, and then we made like a promo video for that single, and then when it was coming out, I'm like, Kato, I got an idea, right? Y'all ever had the cheesecake plug out here? Mm-hmm. Right?
Cheesecake plug?
Yes, they serve cheesecake. Two Mexican dudes. One of them name is Ivan too.
Oh, that's lit.
So I used to go like every week because they only like Thursday through like Sunday or some shit like that.
Okay.
And then I told Kato, I'm like, I got an idea, and I'm like, I can go in the refrigerator and get the cheesecake, and yeah, and like when I'm opening the cabinet, me and him collab, and when we first did it, it was like we just clicked. You get me? So he like walk down the stairs, turn on the light, go in the refrigerator, go get the plate.
I saw the promo. I saw the video, and I remember that.
So that was one of our first ones, and then after that, we did one coming out the studio. So ever since, I felt so comfortable working with him, and it's times where like he'll send me something, he'd be like, "How's this?" I'm like, "Hey, try this," right? And then I send it to Retro too. He'd be like, "Hey, see if he could try this," and then he'll be like, "Good call." Like I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So
I didn't see that.
It's times where we just bouncing off of each other, and I feel like you can work good with people like that. That'll give you something that's willing to take feedback from the work that they gave you.
Mine's better than one.
No, I'm gonna be
Two,
real.
yeah.
I've worked with Kato too, and he's really flexible with the way that he works. Like it's dope to work with somebody that actually is like just down to do stuff, just down to just make shit. Like
Let's try something.
the nigga, crazy.
Hey,
But
and I said that in the
he's
song
wild.
too. Two minds is better than one.
Ooh.
But yeah, no. Kato's dope, man. And fucking, he sent me like a revision of what he did, and then he was like, "Hey, what you thinking?" And like, "What do you think? Like, how should we do it?" And like, it was dope to like hear his feedback and just him taking feedback and stuff. So it's dope, man. That's dope that you guys connect.
It's like a new challenge every time we do a video. You know, like our goal is to reach 10K views, right? And I would tell him like this one for sure gonna do it. This one might do it. Like
This one ain't gonna do it.
And I'd be like this. And the crazy thing is though, because
The ones you don't think gonna do it.
exactly.
They basically. So when I did Selfish, they was like, we're gonna shoot a video for this, and I didn't want to. Right? I didn't want to do it, and we did that one on an iPhone. So we had this thing, I forgot the little tripod things, the handheld ones, and we were just
gimbal.
placing it.
Yeah.
And that shit got like 19,000 views. And
That's
I'd be
the
like,
thing. The shit you don't
and I'm
want to
like,
do.
what the fuck?
Popping.
And I had no I didn't say let's do it like this. That was all
You're
the
like,
people in
I'm
the
just
studio.
You got it, dog. You got it. Y'all got it.
Tell
Y'all
me
got
what
it.
to do.
Yeah,
I'm
you
here.
got
I
And
don't
that
want to
shit,
be
bro.
here.
Just do it.
You know what I'm saying? So I
mean,
got
yeah.
that wasn't that. None of that was me because they was like, "No, we doing a video to this." You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's
And-
dope.
That
And
puts
that
you
shit-
in the label control sense. Like you were an artist. Label said we doing this.
yeah,
Trust me. Don't say nothing. And you did it. And you was like, damn, it worked.
yeah.
Did you kind of like step back, and say, all right, let me take more feedback, or let me take more?
I was
Let
already
me take
taking.
the reins a little back. You know what I mean?
I was already taking feedback before that, but I'm kind of weird with videos. Like I like doing reels than music videos because I feel like Instagram is YouTube. That's how I feel now.
touchy.
Like
It's real
you gonna
touchy.
get more views on Instagram.
Yeah.
sure.
My
And then
minute clip gonna get way more views than my fucking YouTube.
You get what I'm saying? So and then when it's time to get when they can start paying you, you already know you're gonna do that number, and then it's raps after that.
For sure. I see pretty much all the albums, EPs released under the same thing. Sonically inclined.
Incline, yeah.
Talk about the team over there. How'd y'all connect? What is that? What's that about?
That's Retro and Robbie. We met Robbie through. We met Robbie years ago. So it's kind of crazy actually. Grisby, he's a singer out here. I don't know if he's still out here, but he had a beat, right? When I was like a year in, and I heard the beat, and I'm like, I gotta figure out how to get this beat from him because I know I
need
know
this shit.
I know
this shit.
I can do this. I know I can do something to this. So it was supposed to be a collab at first, but then I did some slick shit. I went and recorded my verse first.
That's hard.
And sent it to him.
And I called him like, "Hey, come to the studio. We're about to do the song." So he came in and he like, "You can have it."
That's lit. That's lit.
And that one's called "Hard on Yourself." So Robbie did that beat, and It was with a sample in the beginning, and ever since then, he was going to BYU at the time, and I think he's from out there too, but. And then they clicked up from just him sending me a beat, and then him and Retro, like, they're damn near like best friends. You know what I'm saying? Across the world, they damn near best friends. And they came up with Sonically Inclined, did all the paperwork, all that stuff. So that's just them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
That's hard.
and since they know like Ivan's consistent, like Ivan's gonna come in here and he's gonna knock shit out. He's gonna keep coming, right? Even if it's a rough patch, like I'm gonna try to rap through it,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's just how it came about.
Yeah. Fire.
That's lit.
Fire.
And that's what people want too, cause nigga, I don't want no one on my leg just chilling.
Yeah,
If you ain't coming in here uncalled, like
yeah,
the shit is ask for forgiveness, not permission. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
you doing that, you on the winning side. So it's like shit.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. It's that time. Let's get into this album, bro. Let's get into this album. So
What's the EP though?
EP,
Is it- yeah,
EP,
yeah.
EP. Let's get into the EP. My bad. I call them projects.
I call them projects
I call
too.
them projects.
Yeah. Same shit. Yeah.
So why the name?
So it was 4 names I had. It was They Loved Me, You Almost Had Me, and I forgot the 4th one, but the second one was Not a Place to Cry because so the Wishing on a Star beat, I was telling a dude like, hey, since you giving me the song, I'm gonna pay for the beat. So he sent me the link. It was a YouTube beat. We don't really use that many YouTube beats, but it was a YouTube beat, and the name of the beat was A Beautiful Place to Cry. And then I didn't have a name at the time, and after I seen it, I was just driving, and I'm like, that's it. I'm like, Not a Place to Cry. Because the way I grew up is no matter what situation you in, like, it's no time for crying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's none. Like, even if at your rough patch, like, yeah, crying is a good thing to release and stuff, but
The show's weak.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's
back-
not though. It's not.
Depends
It's
who you
not.
asking. Yeah.
It just
It's
was
no.
always-
It
it
don't.
was
It don't
always
even.
instilled in
At this
us,
age,
yeah.
it don't even matter no more because we know right from wrong now. Like, I'm not about to judge somebody for crying. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Any man,
Yeah,
because
but
I don't
growing
know.
up, they told you don't do that. Yeah.
I always
But you
raised
don't
on
know
that
what
shit.
somebody going through. You have no
Exactly.
idea what an everyday
What?
struggle is. So
And even growing up, you
if a
didn't
nigga
know
start
that.
breaking
Yeah.
down,
and
it's
if
like,
the strongest nigga might be crying, and he might get on your ass
get
after
on
he
your
cry.
yeah, right.
You know what
Why
I'm
you
saying? So-
crying, nigga?
Exactly. So it was not a place to cry because it was just like, damn, all the shit I've been going through in this past year is like, I didn't cry once. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
Exactly.
what I'm doing right now, it's no time for crying because you're working towards something. So it's not a place to cry.
Do you feel like mentally that takes you into a place outside of like in relationships? So when you in relationships with your everyday people, and because so taking back this ain't even on paper.
It's all good.
Just taking from what you said, right? You've had what you alluded to is I'm taking out my phone and I'm gonna type up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my shit. Then you go into kind of like self, right?
Yeah.
I'm focused on self and my self journey and whoever is around while I'm working on self.
Yeah.
Cool. But if you're not, cool. Do you feel like that fucks up a lot of the relationships that you may want to have or relationships that come into your life?
Yeah, that is a fear for sure. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, look, if this don't get completed because I want to save a relationship, is it really meant to be though? Because generally speaking, people supposed to take what they get, right? Even if they getting to know you, like, why not show them yourself early? Why wait? You get what I'm saying? Because if you wait, then it's just like, but you wasn't like this the first few.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I've done that though, for sure. And I fucking
That shit
regret
don't
it.
work,
I
though,
fucking
yeah.
regret it because
Shit.
there's lines to this day I'm like, damn, what did I say? Because and now it's gonna go to somebody else.
He wanted,
That's what
wanted
happened.
The jack, and he
As
took
it was
the
supposed
pie.
to, though.
It's gonna go, yes, and you can't be mad at that
So-
because you missed your time.
You missed it.
So do you?
Yeah.
So are you okay with wanting to be right and happy? Because
Yeah, that's a great question.
Because that's
Like,
at the
are you
end of
going
the
to take
day-
an L in an
But
argument?
but I feel like I'm always bound. I feel like I'm always like putting my pride aside a lot of the times, right? So, and I do that effortlessly too. So I'm not sure. I'd rather be generally speaking, I'd rather be happy than right
Yeah, facts.
for sure. But what could that line have done though? Because that line could start a whole song, a whole verse.
You can still speak your mind.
You can, but not like
you
how you
gotta
was
be-
going to
In
right
the
then
heat
and
of the
there. Though.
moment,
You
too?
knew the fact.
Nigga, think
Yeah.
about it though. Like when I can't, like you be like, Ivan, go and explain to Thrill, like go explain this to him.
Yeah.
But the passion you had though, it's not gonna come across the same.
The same way.
Right.
Yeah.
So you gotta go do it
Yeah.
right then and there, so he
Right,
can
right.
feel
Well,
what
how
you
you
was
feeling.
feeling. Yeah, you have to. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
deliver that
that's true.
sometime, but it could be looked at you're being impulsive. You're being
Mickey.
impulsive, but you just don't know until you. That's when you just gotta think, like, just tap in, like, all right, should I just chill out or should I?
Crash out.
It's just a time and place for everything, but you don't really know until you try it.
Until you do it. Yeah.
But if you, but there's times where I'll think of some shit and I say it so many times, I'm like, I can't forget this. So we can still talk, but then guess what happens when I'm doing that? I'm missing a lot of things that he or she is saying.
I got a psychological question.
That's crazy.
And it kind of taps into what you kind of said. I don't want to get too heavy. I want to stay on the album, but
Yeah,
the album is deep, so it's only right that we
yeah.
go deep.
yeah, let's do it.
Do you feel like? Fuck! I just missed it.
See what I mean?
I just missed it.
That's why you gotta do it right then and there.
Just like the mental state?
I just missed it.
You okay? Look, this is what we was talking about. This is how I remind myself a lot of things. Like I was talking about saying a line right then and there, saving relationships, whether I be happy or whether I be right.
Question. man. Sorry.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
I guess, is there a moment in the album you were like, I'm so reluctant to say this? Like your most vulnerable song or verse or word, or I'm scared to say this so she might hear it because she might know what I'm talking about. Like, is there a verse, a line, a song you were so reluctant to say, don't, it sounds good. All right, put it out.
Plenty, for sure.
Like,
For real?
your
I'm
number
telling
one,
you,
like, what is the
that-
one you were like, I don't
Don't
want
say
this?
the lines, but
No, yeah,
don't
but
say
Just
the
say yes or no. Is it yes or no? Simple.
If you got the lines, you can get it off. If you want
But
to
is
say
it
it,
a
you can
yes
say
or
it.
no?
But,
Like, you didn't want
either.
it, but it happened?
Yeah, like it's. Let's go back. Let me think, and I remember for sure. But for sure,
I'm gonna
there's-
take another listen and say, all right, I'm gonna hit you on the regular. Like,
No, like I'm saying, I'll think about it like while we, you know
I
what I
got
mean.
you.
But
I got you.
Word.
there's for sure like plenty of things I've said, but I'll try to
Kinda
word it in different ways to where it's like That's not about me.
But bro, yeah, that's the thing. That's what makes it great is you making things relatable. It's not about the person that's gonna hear it.
Oh no, yeah,
Bro. My last project. Wait,
it's the journey.
today's
low
the
key.
12th. I
So a
literally
year.
dropped my last project 1 year ago.
Yeah, a year. Yeah,
And
I'll pay attention.
bro, it was all about real things. Like I didn't care about being actually vulnerable, and nobody should. You know what I mean? If you're making music, it should that should be your best thing is that you can relate to other people that have gone through that same shit or going through the same thing that you are talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right. What's your favorite song? I'm gonna get to my question. I'm gonna remember it. I promise I am. It's gonna hit me random.
And
as
if you
hell.
think, just write it down.
Yeah.
You got the pad over here.
Favorite song. My favorite song is definitely the intro.
Okay, that's Show Me the Way.
Show Me the Way.
That was the very first song that was made too.
I like that song a lot.
Oh.
I'm gonna play that joint too. I like that song a lot.
The dude that was on there, I did a show a year ago in February in LA, and he went right after me, and we plugged on Instagram, and then I did a show in August for the same nonprofit group.
Yeah.
And he came to watch it. He like, we gotta do something. Like, we gotta do something. And I'm like, we are. Like, it just. But I was telling him like, it just gotta come.
It gotta
though.
come.
It gotta come. And then I would send him beats here and there, and then that beat, he said, he was like, this beat is something normally I don't do. And then he was like, I'm gonna write something and I'm gonna send it back to you. But then I was kind of like, fuck, why you choose that beat? Because I didn't know how to approach it. And no, I like the beat a lot, but it's some beats that I like so much I can't do nothing to them.
Well, that's two different artists. Like I like this, you don't, but I'm willing to work. Let's try it.
So he plugged this shit in, and when I heard it, I'm like,
All right.
I hit him like, bro, nigga, you what?
You went crazy.
I told him like, cause I'm not afraid to
That
tell somebody
nigga
like,
went
I'm like,
crazy.
hey, bro, like,
You went
you want,
crazy.
I'm like, you want to keep this?
Yeah.
He like, no, he like, nah, like, do something to it. So I'm in the studio, like, scratching my head, like, I'm like, Retro, what?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm like, you know what? He playing the beat, and I'm like, stop it, right. And then I sent it to him. But when I did it, it was one of those ones where I'm like, I wasn't too high on it.
Yeah.
He was
It'll
like,
pass.
nah, you approach it just how you were supposed to. You X, Y, and Z, like he like, nah, I like this. And then it wasn't a project at the time. But then after I did that song,
It became so.
I was like, I'm gonna just do a project with all singers. And that's when it clicked. So I had a direction.
So you had another song, then another song. Then
Yeah.
another, you're like, oh, now I'm up.
So that one came, and I didn't want to rap too much on that one because I'm like, he did so great on that song. Like, I want people to know who he is. Like that, some of my people, I want them to know who he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he sings and raps.
Well, that's a feature.
And he's from Inglewood. Yeah, yes.
Nigga, I do a feature to show both times.
So,
That
yeah.
nigga slid that shit. I'm gonna play that real quick.
Yeah. I would not expect you to like this one.
This shit slaps. Oh, you gotta get into my playlist, nigga. I gotta, yeah. We here, gang.
Deep
We
dive.
here.
I know what you into. Looking in your eyes and I see future and potential. Looking in your
Hold on,
eyes
can you
and I
pause it
know
real
that you
quick?
can
Yes, sir.
So, y'all gonna hear what he talking about. He basically telling the girl, like, no, like, you can lean on me. You can do this and that. And I come in like, no, you cannot.
No.
Because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like good
That's
versus
facts.
evil. You know what I mean?
how you gotta
So
do it,
I just wanted to say that because people be like, oh, you didn't stay on top. Like, I did stay on
Nigga.
topic because he's telling you his point of view, and then I'm telling you mine's. Like, all right, I had what you want, but this is why it ended. You get what I'm saying?
That's lit.
That's lit. That's how you gotta do it. Storytelling.
Yeah.
What's good? I know what you into. Looking in your eyes and I see future and potential. Looking in your eyes, I know that you get sentimental. But messing with them guys, I know them odds is all against you. I am not them. If it was me, little shorty, you won't be boxed in. If it was me, little shorty, I built your confidence. Talk to me, I listen if you feel something. Talk to me, I listen, I won't say nothing. We just lay up. Conversations on the phone, you know I stay up. I'm a real one. Love language, communication, you feel it all, yeah. Use me, yeah. You show me the way now. You show me the way there. Show me the way. You take me there. You show me the way. You take
I go. You hesitated speaking the truth, so I let go. If you stole something from me, I promise I wouldn't know. I wasn't selling wolf tickets, she crying, leaving the show. Wouldn't be able to tell, I'm good at hiding my lows. When the argument start, I'm hoping you lose your tone. I take the thorns out before handing you a rose. Would it do justice? I promise I wouldn't know. I know you see what breakups do. She covering up her scars, that's what makeup do. This ain't my first rodeo, I've been quite through a few. Now my eyes wide open while my mind in pursuit. Yeah.
That nigga slid that bitch. You slid that bitch
crazy.
too.
Y'all,
Y'all
that
niggas
was
went
crazy.
fucking nuts on that bitch.
I appreciate that.
Y'all niggas went nuts on that bitch.
Yeah, he went.
Who mixed that joint?
Come on, man. I
Nah,
only work
that-
with one
that-
man.
that-
I only
that-
work with
friend.
one man.
Nah,
Retro.
That one with the flare, the
Boom, boom, boom. That's one of my favorite parts.
That's
Boom, boom, boom.
Trash
Like,
and faders.
The left, right.
But I
Yeah,
know
that was
his
crazy.
already came like how he wanted it.
how he wanted.
as
He
far
just
as his
had
voice.
had to just do it. Right?
Yeah, so his guy, I don't know his guy's name. I apologize for that, but Retro, like the whole project, Retro mixed, mastered for sure.
that's
For
dope.
sure.
But that's Glass. That's one of those ones where
You
I
didn't
say
expect
something.
nothing.
That one, and then one of those some of the lines I said in there, and I'm just like, But honestly, if I could take one line out of that song, it's the makeup line.
Really? That one's my favorite one.
That's
Sure.
not.
I think so.
You gotta be real like
A
that.
woman that
Yeah,
got
but it's not.
the
But it's
makeup
not that
scars, yeah.
hard though.
No,
No,
it's
tell
not
him,
about
tell him,
that.
tell him.
But if she like it, I love it.
Exactly.
No,
You know,
that's
what
was
it's about.
That was my favorite
Relevancy.
line. Now it's the wolf line, but that one's like real because I think that's true. Like that is exactly what it does externally, but like internally too. Like you put that on to feel good.
Yeah.
But I just think that's a real line. But what was the wolf line? That one's
That if you stole something from me, I promise I wouldn't know. I wasn't selling wolf tickets, she crying leaving the show. So wolf tickets is like black people say that a lot. Like,
It's like
he's
crying wolf.
he's selling wolf tickets. Like he ain't about what he talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
That nigga
So,
capping.
yeah, he's
You
like,
woofing.
he ain't really. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
That's
selling.
some
Like
gang
I'm not
shit,
like
though.
I wasn't playing with you when I told you like if you don't tell the truth, then I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So
like crying wolf. That's I heard.
Yeah,
That.
so-
I thought it was
But
that,
it's
but that
di-
makes
like-
sense.
yeah,
But
and then the.
Selling wolf tickets.
Yeah, and taking the thorns out before I hand you the rose.
That was
Would it
real,
do justice?
nigga.
I
That's
promise I
gentleman
wouldn't
shit.
know. You know what I'm saying? So if I take out all, if I don't care about your flaws, but then you still project them on me, I don't know if it's gonna do justice. That's on you. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna take it at. I'm gonna take what I can. I'm gonna help you with what I can help you with. You know what I'm saying?
that's a tough.
Yeah, I see the thorns in the rose. I'm gonna help you out,
I'm gonna take them out.
but I'm gonna hand it to you.
Would it do justice? I promise I wouldn't know.
I done give rose out to shorties and they still don't love me.
This nigga crazy. Second song on there. My second favorite, ironically, is the second song, "Selfish." I like that joint. That joint's a vibe.
You want me to tell you how that one came?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the so out of one of the parts Ethan was like the selfish song with the Kanye West, and he was like, hey, we should try to turn this into a real song. Not knowing it's gonna go on a project, but he like, if I make a beat
we gonna do
that can
something.
fit, if you can record over it, would you do it? And then he sent me a beat, and I'm like, it might work. So I went the next day, we did it, and we was in the studio. That's one of the only times, like, cause I don't make a lot of music that you can like dance to and shit. But that was one of the times where we was in there like moving. We was
Really
moving, like-
grooving.
and he
Grooving.
like, bro, he was like, this one of them ones, bro. And I'm like, yeah, this shit hard. I'm like, bro, this shit hard. Yeah, so that's how that came about. Yeah.
Oh, it's Bumbleclot.
You know you can't find me twice.
I've been there, done that.
Gave you what you needed. I was busy shooting dice. You know you can't find me twice. Could've gave you what you needed. I was busy shooting dice. And if you want something done, you gotta be precise. You have a perfect little home, and I still run your mind at night. I'm a perfect Rolling Stone. It ain't happen overnight. I had to fail as many times just so I can get it right. I know you pray to God. What about when we would fight? You knew I love food. You could ruin that appetite. I was selfish. It was tired and screws and bolts. I couldn't help it. She don't wanna share. She don't think it's being selfish. I'm like, what the hell? I could take you where they cross overseas like it's Chanel. I drink wine too, hitting 30 like Adele. And if the curtains close, I keep everything to myself. I used to think so small till I seen a bigger scale. I used to pick up my phone so you won't hear that voicemail. I was I was selfish. It was tied in screws and bolts, I couldn't help it. She don't wanna share it, she don't think it's being selfish.
Hey, just calling to see where you're at. We're leaving the club, so let me know.
That's one of the songs I wish I would have made a little longer though.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna cook you, but we
You
gonna
can,
get,
yeah.
we're gonna get to that. We're
I
gonna
got
get
a
to
reason
that.
though, so you'll see.
I know. That's
Yeah.
why I said the way I worded it.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but selfish though, like that song's really fire because I fuck with the mindset. Like I want to ask what is the mindset, but when I was listening to it, I'm like, I can relate to this shit a lot. So what was the mindset kind of making the song?
So, so basically, like you know how the original song is, I'm calling, baby, I'm selfish.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to kind of write like from both point of views, where it was just like, look, I'm about to tell you like how you was selfish because you wanted me to stop doing what I was doing to come and do something. I'm trying to make money. I'm in Vegas shooting dice, but you want me to come and cater to you, right? And then in the middle, I'm like, I was selfish. It was tighter than screws and bolts. I couldn't help it. So I'm saying like we you know, it was tighter than screws and bolts. I couldn't help it. She don't want to share. She don't think it's being selfish. Cause I'm like, I've had conversations where it's like, why can't she come too? Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, but sharing is caring though. But 100%. She don't think it's being selfish. I'm like, what the hell? But I could take you where they cross overseas, like it's Chanel. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody got their I could feel like everybody got their high
I can do the
points.
things that you want me to do for you that you would consider it's a self thing. For you, it's self. Like I would consider this being selfish, but I would still do that for you.
So I'm doing.
But you're not willing to even do this for me.
I'm doing a lot of back and forth.
But you calling me selfish.
A lot of back and forth, a lot of contradiction in that song for sure. So the mindset was just like, I want to cover everything because, like, that's how I am. Even in friendships, relationships, like I don't want it to be one sided. Like I want it to be a two-way street. Even at work, like I don't want to do nothing alone because I can't do everything by myself. So, and then a lot of people be telling me too, like, you don't be talking shit in your songs, and a lot of people want me to rap different than I do. But I be telling people, you just gotta listen though. Like you just have to listen. Like I'm saying stuff, but like you really gotta listen though. Like, and if you want me to explain it to you, I will. Just ask me.
Ask a question.
Yeah, and I got you. Like, I'm not a gatekeeper with my stuff. I'm gonna tell you, like, cause I'll be wondering, like, what did this artist mean by that? Like, I always will look up lyrics, like, to see if I can make sense of what he or she was saying. So,
do you think? Oh, I can't word this. It's kind of like fit into what I was gonna ask earlier.
Okay.
Do you think your selfish mindset comes from? All right, I got a theory.
Okay, let's do it.
My theory is,
and I'll tell you the truth.
Bet. And my theory is that, and I say it all the time, basketball players are the most selfish niggas in the world because y'all niggas have to do it. Y'all get it out the mud. To be a good basketball player, you have to be in the gym shooting the shots. You have to be the nigga dribbling the basketball. There's no helping to be good at basketball. You have to do the work. So the mentality of it is self. It is I to be in the gym.
In a team setting.
In a team setting, right. But if you that nigga, it's still I. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, your team loses. So it's still I within a team setting. Cool. Football niggas mentality is there's 11 niggas.
Yes.
So I can't do my job without that nigga doing that job. I need you no matter
Even
what.
if I do my job at the best, they got to do theirs.
Right.
Yes.
You have to just keep up to be it's a team atmosphere. Yeah. When you do music, you can take either side of it.
Yeah.
You can go either or of it. It sounds like I think you take both sides of it because you go from I already have what I'm going into the studio with. Yeah. When I have a beat, I'm in there with it. Send me the beat. I'm renting it out. The shit done. Yeah. Let's go. Let's load it up. If you don't like this word or you don't like this, I ain't changing it. I'm just making it sound better for you. All right, cool. Locked in. Now I will take in, y'all niggas want me to do the video like this, like that with no input? Bet. Let's run it. So it sounds like you have both. Yeah. Does that come from, where does that come from? Because I know one side comes from basketball.
Yeah.
But where does the mindset come from of also being a team player? Does that also come within basketball, or do you feel like that comes with every other area in your life?
Like, when do you bench LeBron? Like,
I feel like basketball has a lot to do with that. So to
Was I
to
wrong on
confirm
my theory?
to confirm your theory, I would confirm it. I accept that theory too, because a lot of people could be like, I don't know, like that's a great theory to have, because there's times where you can be selfish in basketball if you're hot, and there's times where you need to take a back seat and you need to do the other things. You need to go set up off ball screen. You need to go rebound. You need to go talk to your teammate if his head's down. You get what I'm saying? You might need to be a cheerleader. It might not be your night. You get what I'm saying? So basketball has a big part of that, and you just helped me realize that too, in a way. Just the way I grew up too. I grew up a lot around Samoans, and they're so family oriented. Like, it's crazy, right? If you go to Jack in the Box and you can't bring everybody else something back, then don't bring it to the house.
Yeah,
Eat
bro,
it where
eat
you
in the
at.
car, bro.
Because when we grew up, that's all we ate.
Right.
So a lot of
You could bring me tacos back, bro.
all I have is a sister, so my family's not as big as theirs. So I learned a lot of sharing is caring. You know what I'm saying?
Something, just
Community.
love,
Yeah. And then I think that just stuck with me, like, to this day. Like, it's rare when I'm thinking like to be selfish. It actually, I feel like it hurts me to think that way because it doesn't feel right.
So, do you feel like, okay, boom,
That's dope.
deep philosophy question. You helping me. You helping
Okay.
me.
That's-
Boom.
yeah.
Do you feel like you say that? I'm not challenging that, but do you feel like in certain areas in your life that doesn't? Okay, boom.
It hurts me.
No, in your relationships, do you feel like you are more in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship? Do you feel like you are more selfish or selfless? And I only ask that because of what you've alluded to, what you need for your shit. If I say, nigga, if I say let's go on a date and you got a basketball game, you hoop hoop every day.
That's a great question. So, and that's real life shit that actually happened.
You hoop every day. I know it happened, gang.
So what do you think? So what do you think I've done?
hell
I
nah.
think you've
Cancel
done.
the date.
I think before you've done that and you've regretted, you've voiced already. I'm a people that listen. So and I'm a person of patterns. I just follow patterns. You've voiced that everything you do that is in a contradiction with what you want to do, you regret.
Yeah.
So I feel like you've done that and you've regretted it. So do you do that today? If today Shorty say, hey, let's go on a date. We going to the movies and it's game day at Drew. What are you doing?
I'm going to my game.
Yeah.
Because
You agreed first.
because and I mean this, like, everybody that has dealt with me in the past, you, no disrespect, but you can't do what basketball does for me.
Yeah,
and it's not your fault
when it comes up.
because basketball was there for me through thick and thin. Like that's the only thing I knew how to turn to before I knew how to turn to a woman.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like that. It's just like, all right, and if you understand that, are you really asking me to go to the movies?
Ooh.
Are you knowing that?
If you're
Knowing that, are you really sitting?
You know I
but
got
then
a
there's
game.
time. But then look, there's times where I will have a game, and I won't go because of a reason I don't want to go, and that's been brought up. But I'm like, look, this is why. Because I'm overwhelmed right now. So if I'm not mentally ready to play, then I'm doing myself a disservice to go to this game. Now, if you want to do something, yeah, we can, right? If not, then
I'm chilling.
yeah, and it might come off as like I'm being an asshole, but like
I'm being honest.
I know myself though.
But if you really think about it, bruh, does it really matter if you don't go?
And you want to know what's crazy? That's what I'm learning. I could have missed some games.
Who cares?
For sure. I could have missed some games. But
You're
but
trying to-
I have a fear of missing out though.
I've
What
had-
could I've done
you
in that
don't
game?
keep your consistency going, and you don't keep your streak going, and you don't keep your.
And I feel like I can help the team. Like I'm just not I'm not just about to be at the end of the bench though. Like
No, I'm hooping.
you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go help.
Yeah.
And if there's something to uphold, then that's the reason for going that hard.
So I asked,
Go ahead, T.
No, I was just to say I feel like that is hard for a girl to like really understand though
100%.
because that seems like a fine line
Black and
of
white.
logically like you can sit there and understand like
Yeah.
yeah, but then really can you never skip a game for a date? But then I get both sides. I really do. Because why are you asking me to go on a date on a game when it seems like that's something you
When
really
you know
care
me.
about?
Yeah.
But when you do skip games just for you, but if it really is just you're overwhelmed and you're not going, there's too much. But I could see how that's a fine line of like, is that really what it is?
Yes, 100%.
But
That's what
100% is like, if I'm missing a game, what's wrong with Ivan? Something's wrong with Ivan because
Yeah.
he's missing a game, right? So, and if you've been dealing with me, you know what I'm saying, you know that.
Yeah,
But if you have something planned in advance, if you want to go, if you like Ivan, I have this plan in December on this day.
locked.
You're getting me first though,
Yeah.
because I don't know if I'm gonna have a game in December.
But I'm gonna make sure that I go with you.
I'm gonna go with you,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But
You
the thing
take the
is,
mental
I have the same feeling for both. So if I'm not showing up for you and I'm going to this game, I'm not gonna really feel 100% good. But if I go with you and I miss this game,
I ain't gonna feel 100%
100%
either.
good.
I'm
I
not
get
gonna
that.
feel
So it's
good,
something that I have to figure out where I can.
So you
I can
tie
see
off of
both.
who said first? Who asked first?
As a,
You're
Whoever
like
asked
me
first,
because
that's
I'm
on-
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
asked first, you
I'm
asked
going
me
with you.
second. You were first.
I
I'm
feel
sorry.
like as a man, I like to
Play favorites
Well, it's situation based.
because I don't really want
You
to.
gotta keep it a thou though. No, you
I
gotta
got
keep
you,
it a
gang.
bean.
I
'cause-
got you.
I'd
I'm gonna
rather
keep
go
it a
on the
bean.
date.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Yeah.
I feel like we as niggas,
Yes.
our thought process is work first
Yeah.
or family first, right? Wherever your allegiance lies. I feel like now where that allegiance lies dictates what you do. So what I mean is like, I feel like you touched on it earlier in the song Selfish. You said there's a bunch of contradictions within that song.
Yeah.
I feel like and I stand on that. People ask me all the time, like, what's my music about? And I just say, I'm a walking contradiction. Like, if you listen to everything that I'm saying in every way, in the podcast, in the way that I move, in the way that I preach, I don't mean to be like that. That's just me as a human. So do you feel like you're not, because what you allude to in your relationships is selfish. I just want to point that out there. But in your boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, because in your other world relationships, you're selfless.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that is because you compute the selfless part with work and the selfish part with the other shit? Like, work for niggas is the number one thing.
Yeah.
Like you get taught, nigga, don't be no bum ass nigga, get off your ass, work, nigga, provide for your family, be the man of your family, you have to work. So do you think, all right, in my work environment, I am selfless, basketball, every day at my job, making music, I'm selfless. When I'm at the crib,
Chilling.
is that self-time? And do you feel like at what time does that become a you thing that you have to fix versus a she thing that she has to be okay with? Or do you feel like it's always something she has to be okay with, or we just not rocking? Because I get your point.
Yeah.
When you was like, if you challenging me, do you really understand it? Cool. But everyone has emotions and everyone has feelings.
100%.
And you're going to put what's important to you first, no matter fucking what. No matter whatever the fuck y'all just agreed said, that's cap. If a nigga asks you, I'm going to go on a date first, or if it happens, fuck all that. If I want to hoop today and you told me there was a week 2 weeks ago, I'm going to go hoop.
No.
Okay.
Nigga, if you told me your
Okay,
birthday,
so look, the only
Call hoopers.
The only thing.
So nobody's calling you to come pick up what I need. We only got 4 today.
But the only way.
The only way you
the
going
only
is
way
if
I'm
you
gonna
ain't got
cancel
no.
our plans if they say
It's for something.
It
It's
has
for
to
some-
be
It's for
priority.
something. It's
it's
for something.
It has
X
to
amount
be.
of dollars, then
It's for
I'm
something.
like,
No, but it's
I'm
for
like, look,
something.
I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna, hey.
You got to
Look.
come to the game. It's for
But it-
something.
Look,
we gonna go
hey,
after the
You
game,
said
baby.
you wanted to go. I'm about to go pay for everything after I'm done with
No,
this.
but
so-
it has to be priority. Yeah, it has to be
I get
something.
that.
It's
Yeah.
something that goes over. It's like if the homies asked me to go hoop at 24-hour fitness, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
asked
not-
me
no.
two weeks ago to go to
yeah.
BJ's
so boom.
or wherever the fuck, I'm gonna go to BJ's with you. I don't give a fuck, man. They can wait.
But
for
do you
24
feel
hour
like the
fitness.
blend? Do you feel like you have to blend? When do you feel like you need to, or if? And that's hard to ask a fast forward question. I'm kind of not asking a rhetorical question because if you can see fast forward, like, which is hard, like, oh, nigga, at the age 55, I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? But like,
crazy.
do you see yourself like I understand that
Oh,
I'm selfish right now. I'm not always going to be that. Or do you feel like, nah, shorty, you gonna have to rock with what I need, period?
No, like I said, I like even though I have my like do's and don'ts and like what
As
I'm gonna be
everybody.
selfish with, but like, okay, what are your passions? What do you have to do? So if you have to do something and I ask you, hey, I got this, can you come?
Flick with it,
No,
yeah.
go do what you got to do.
Right.
Because that's your obligation. That's what's making you happy, or possibly putting food in your stomach and gas in your car. So it's a two-way street. Like if something is this important to you as it is to basketball, you go do
I'm
it.
not
You
gonna
gonna
stop
do
you.
it.
I'm not about to step in the way of that. No way. So I explained, like, if you got something to do, then you
Do
would,
it.
but then you would understand.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna lie, that's not always a two-way street because
not.
women are like, well, if you feel obligated, you have to go. Then you aren't. And
So if it's not a two-way street, then that's when they say, even though it's
that
even
convo?
no, it's communication is key, right?
Right.
So like, if I really want to sit somebody down and just be like, look, this is what this means to me, and this is why it means to me, because a lot of niggas don't want to go into detail, but. All right, I see it's breaking you a little bit. All right, let me explain this to you. Look, basketball has done X, Y, and Z for me.
I can't let it go.
I probably could be
Better.
I know I could. I probably wouldn't be playing basketball. I could if I would have stayed where I was at. I probably wouldn't even be here. You probably wouldn't even know me. You know what I'm saying? You probably wouldn't even know me. So
Basketball got me out here.
Bitch,
Well, basketball's
did.
also gonna be there after, maybe.
Is
and
it?
you might.
Is it
that's
though?
why I said.
Maybe.
So if we have something
We don't
planned,
know that.
and if no money is involved,
Yeah, you don't
if
know.
no money is involved, then I'm gonna go with you.
I feel like it would be a hard thing to balance, especially for men compared to women. Not
Yeah.
to put you guys like on a soapbox.
No, you're good.
But no.
I'm
I
on a
know.
box, baby.
Because a girl will miss
But-
anything for you. If she fuck with you, she's missing anything for you.
Facts.
But I feel like it sounds like, and I imagine it's more for men than women, but if you are so selfless in this, if both of these are here and you're way more selfless here, like, is this one gonna fall? Like, if you care way more about, like, doing all these things for her,
Does she
and
care
stop
more
care-
about what?
All right.
no,
You
like,
lose
Question.
yourself.
Then
You
you-
lose yourself.
Yeah, I got a question
Yeah.
then, Taylor.
Exactly.
You lose
If
yourself.
I'm in the
You
combine
start doing what
and
she
I'm
needs
at
you
the
to
go
do
pro
instead.
and I can't go on dates, I can't cook,
Yeah.
clean, none of that shit I used to do.
Exactly.
I'm grinding right now for us.
Yeah.
You gonna let that? You know what I mean, you gonna be like, all right,
Yeah,
he's not gonna
but-
be here for the next 3 months. I got us. You cool with that?
Yeah, I grew up with, like, work being first.
First.
Like, family is important, but I grew up understanding that.
No.
But there's obviously situations where, like, certain things would make me mad about
Per
that.
person, yes,
Yeah.
it does vary. On
I
a
just mean I could see how it would be difficult to balance stress. Like, how am I going to focus on this when, like, this is going to get me to the top? And, like, I kind of need to focus on this.
now,
but-
generally speaking, knowing this is gonna be something always first, are you willing to take that journey? Because that's
you might
where
learn
the
a lot
issue
about
lies.
yourself. You might learn.
It's
a lot.
like this
I might
nigga-
learn a lot about myself.
No,
so.
yeah, go ahead.
Nah, my bad.
Because the process that it takes to get there is not the prettiest.
Yeah.
It's going to be ups and downs and a lot of ugly moments. But once we get over that hill under the sunset, we're smooth sailing.
But Taylor, you know what's so beautiful about all that though? Because whoever you are, that can come into my life, you might change my mind. You might spark something into me that I couldn't even see. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You might miss
But that's the
that,
thing,
but
it's
you
about-
might miss success.
But it's about growth.
It's
It's
hard to
about
balance
being
both.
accepting and understanding
Yeah.
and being there for the person that you're trying to be there for. It's
You
about
down to
being
take the shot?
understanding 100%. It's like
Take
if
the
you
risk?
if you
Yeah, that's all
cannot
it is.
just be understanding across the board, nothing's gonna help you.
My nigga, a heartbreaker, huh?
Am I a heartbreaker?
Heartbreaker! That's Heartbreak Kid right there, son.
Are you asking have I broke more hearts than mine's been broken?
Sure.
That's
That
a better
sounds like some
question.
heartbbreaking shit. That sounds like some
That's a
smooth
better
heartbreaker
question.
shit.
You a tall,
Yeah.
light-skinned nigga. You know he breaking hearts, nigga.
That sounds like some heartbreaker shit. Yeah. And do I break? Hey, hold on. Do I break Shorty's heart more than I get my heart broken? Then I guess that's a
I'm a
better
real
way to.
nigga.
Yeah,
Hell no.
nigga, you a heartbreaker, nigga.
But I've had
My heart
for sure,
broken.
bro.
sure
The
we
last
had
time
our
I dealt with
stripes.
somebody, what?
Battle scars
I'm not,
tell you.
and I'm not afraid to be like, bro. I'm like, what?
Sick.
Because it's because you didn't do anything. It's more sick when you didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm
No,
saying?
you could have had
Yeah.
it.
I
You
think
coulda had
that's
it
what
all.
you just
You
like,
can't understand, like, and you, am I masking?
Yeah.
I'm not getting the understanding of why. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you feel
exactly.
like, what?
Yeah, but yeah.
What was
I've
one of
been
the
on both
most?
sides, though.
What is one of the most important lessons that stuck with you from your past relationship? Like, what's the one lesson that, and it's hard. It's
I need some help.
Like, what's one lesson in any relationship that you feel like it stuck with you? That was the most important.
And this is so simple, but I'm telling you, it goes a long way, especially with me. Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Manners.
Because please and thank you and showing interest in what that person is doing. Like, cause how you gonna know somebody if you don't ask questions to know somebody? And then when somebody, even if somebody just brings you a water, open the door for you, like, or just make something happen for you. It just, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Aware of.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they didn't have to do that.
They didn't.
They didn't have to do that at all.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Do you expect a gratitude after you do an unexpected?
No, because if I don't get it, guess what?
I'm gonna do it again.
I might do it again, but I know what not to expect from you.
Because
sometimes I'm naive. Like, I'll still help somebody even though they don't. They appreciate the help, but they won't tell me. But I'm not ultimately doing it for you. It just what feels right.
And it's the right thing to do. Like,
I remember.
I
remember. You said, okay, boom. You said pride. You're not.
Effortless.
Pride.
No. Earlier, you said something about.
No, you got it.
You said something about pride. You said you're. Was it not prideful or you are pride? I forgot what.
There's a times that it's both. Like, I'm not prideful. I'm prideful. Yeah. But I don't know which one wins more.
Okay, I got it. You said something about pride, and like, if I put my pride to the side so many times.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was. You said I put my pride to the side so many times. When you put your pride to the side and you're calculating putting your pride to the side, are you putting your pride to the side?
Or just saying I'm doing it?
No, not just saying.
I get it. I get.
You
the
get what
question.
I'm asking?
Yeah. I still feel like, because even if you knowing like this is not really how I want to do things, but if it's gonna have a better outcome and make somebody feel better, you are putting your pride aside.
Like, if I said thank you, like if I do something and I give you a thank you, and I think I might have spoken for you, but you corrected it and whatever. But if I do something for you, because that's me, and you don't give me a thank you, like, boom, Lucky Summerfest. I don't need niggas to go on a what I want niggas to go on a podcast or anywhere outside and be like, thank you. Hell yeah. Do niggas do it? Not even that. Not even.
I was gonna bring that up though.
Not even this. Not even that. I just, because we've been in it, so I can relate to it. So, do I expect niggas to do that? No. Am I gonna do it again? Yeah. And I'm not gonna not do it. And I'm not gonna not invite niggas that didn't say thank you because of that, because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Regardless if I get the accolades or not, because that's what satisfies me. So when I'm asking the pride question necessarily, I'm like, okay, you put your pride to the side so many times.
Yeah.
I'm not, when I put my, I don't really calculate. Okay. You know what I mean? So I'm asking, are you really, is that the pride to your side, or are you putting it to the side to calculate?
No, not to calculate, because there's times where I would do things and I know it don't feel right.
It's just being aware.
I'm more self-aware. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just being self-aware. Like, you know what's going to work for you and make you feel a certain way versus making that person feel a certain way. But if you can live with making yourself feel less than for this person to feel greater than, cool. And if you can live with that, then let's rock and roll. Like, because then one day, guess what? Now you got to do it because I need you to.
Yeah,
it's your turn. No, it's your turn.
And we don't know when that's gonna come, and we don't do it for turns or to count things. But that's just how the world works.
Like,
though.
if you really counting, is it true?
Me of like,
is it if you're keeping tabs?
You're not keeping tabs though.
But you're not keeping
subconsciously,
tabs.
like, you know what you did.
Subconsciously, you know the score, and you're like,
you do, all the time.
It reminds me of like Kawhi, like how many times he be sitting.
We all know scores.
It's the same shit. It's like he self-consciously sits out.
Yeah.
Kawhi, he be sitting out. Yeah. Like, the nigga sits out.
That bothers you, huh?
That weird laugh ass nigga.
Yeah, because fuck the Clippers, but I mean,
fuck the Clippers.
It does bother me because, bro, you're supposed to be this nigga and you take the accolades for being this nigga, but most of the game, most of the season, you don't play, bro.
Yeah. We ain't seen it in a while.
So, I don't. It's the same type.
Do you give the girls you read about? You give them a heads up before you put them in a song, or before it drops. Not putting in a song because we make songs every day.
Yeah.
So before it drops, do you put it in? Do you give them the heads up like, yo, this line might be about you, or do you let them just formulate their own opinion?
No, I don't give nobody no warnings. A lot of the stuff I write, no, it's because like the way I think about it is like, if you hear something and if you're from the past, you know what I'm saying, in a moment, like, and if you have to question if this is about you, then maybe like 9 times out of 10 it might be about you, but I don't do it to bash no one. I'm just talking about past times. Like, I can make something from 10 years ago sound like it happened to me yesterday.
And 10 women gonna say that was about me.
If you're gonna live off a lawsuit, you tripping, bitch. Don't even live off no lawsuit. What you gonna do? Wait for me to talk about you? Like,
no, that's a good question. Like, I don't warn nobody because I'm not Drake. I'm not these people yet. So you can ask when it's time, when you want to, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. But this is what I was talking about. And then don't you sit here and act like this didn't really happen because I'm telling a story from two sides.
That's what I was talking about with my last project. Same type of.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw myself under the bus with you though.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna sound like an idiot sometimes.
And if I'm just doing, and if it sounds one-sided, that's because it was.
You're taking favoritism, bitch.
How did all the features come about? I heard you have a ghost feature on there too,
bro.
Or did it fuck up?
So it fucked up, but guess what? This is because of you, and you don't even know it. Lucky Summerfest.
What?
Kyle Capricorn.
Oh, I know the voice.
So
I know, bro.
So that's why I said I was gonna bring up Lucky Summerfest. So if it wasn't for Lucky Summerfest, which y'all put on, I would have never met Kyle, right? Me and Kyle have probably 4 or 5 songs together. I even been to Oakland, and been to one of his places and done
just to fuck with him. Yeah.
Done. It was a time where I was coming out there and he we're doing a jam session
slide.
Yes, and he even was like, nah, you're about to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you wanna know what's crazy about that? I didn't do good at all. Because they couldn't get the sound right, so it was throwing me off, but I still went and tried. And it was people from record labels in there.
That's dope.
It was so many people and I couldn't deliver. So, but I learned from that though. And this was before this project. This was in I think April. This was in April. So the Ghost feature has blessed me with Kyle. Kind of remind me of Anthony Hamilton a lot.
For sure.
So Retro was in Oakland randomly with Ahmad, and they had a session booked, and Kyle came and brought some of his people. I wasn't there. They did this song. Retro sent it to me, and he just sent it to me, right? So I'm just listening to it, and then I start mumbling stuff, and then I didn't pay attention to it, and then he hit me again like, hey, can you do something to this? So I was driving, listening to it, and then she was just nasty. I was just nasty. She was just classy, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna live forever. What I told her in the backseat. So I'm like, okay, I can. So when I came up with those 2 lines, I'm like, yeah, I got it. So that's how that. So Kyle's from Oakland. Well, I don't think he's from Oakland actually, but he got a stamp in Oakland though. He wrote for Bryson Tiller. He wrote for
He that nigga. He nice.
We know Kyle.
Crazy.
Nice.
The nigga was freestyling during the show.
The nigga's smart as fuck, bro. Nigga's nice.
Yeah, he's
You know what I'm
nice.
saying? So
He literally said, "Nigga was cooked."
Man.
The nigga was cooked.
He was cooked. Yeah.
Sitting there.
He slid.
Nigga didn't bring nothing.
nothing.
The nigga just sat there I'm like, oh, what,
Just
nigga? What are you
What's he
doing?
about
Sitting
to
there
do?
just
Yeah.
going. I'm
And
like,
that's how
this
he
nigga
record.
different.
And that whole song, he didn't write none of that.
Yeah, chop it up, nigga. You got it.
Friday
he's hard,
afternoon, I'm like, what is he talking? Got me some new shoes. Yeah, he was going crazy.
That's this one, right?
Yeah, but hold on, pause it. This is one of my favorites because it'll come up, but after I end my verse, how he's singing and then I'm in the background of him, and then it watch, you'll see. Yeah,
And you flip it?
you gonna see. He went crazy. Good car song too.
I need something for the whip, you know what I mean?
Something for the wheel.
Friday afternoon, I bought me some new shoes. I came out of the crib, text my nigga like, here I am. Came to the store, got me some rolls, got me some Don Julio, but you know, that's just me. You can see how I'm gonna keep it real right now with you. Oh my goodness, I'm on the way, babe. Please stop sweating me. What do you say, babe? Why you always out with your friends on the lake, on the creek, and you don't ever text me back? Oh, these games we play, she games. Always so say sorry, no, you first. We fall down and we get hurt. We fall down and we get up. Some say favor and some say luck. I'm just praying for blessings, baby. I'm praying you catch me, baby. I'm praying you catch me, baby. Catch me, baby, catch me, baby.
I was just nasty, she was just classy. I'ma live forever what I told her in the backseat. To get to you, I took a couple back streets. She admired my drive, I did more than last week. How you juggle two things, it'll never get past me. Known to run the field, I'm adjusting my last cleats. We harvesting your roots, had to check on my last trees. I'm scoping out the scene, like a tee off on the last green. It's me, I helped her with her dreams. Good karma, no bad things in my jeans. I wish you good fortune, I split it with my team. Ain't no backstabbing, no bandwagon, I light up like the beam.
These games we play, she can. Always so say sorry, no, you first. We fall down and we get hurt. We fall down and we get up. Some say favor and some say luck. I'm just praying for blessings, baby. I'm praying you catch me, baby. I'm praying you catch me, baby. Catch me, baby, catch me, baby.
Yeah,
You was in your dream bag, my nigga. Okay.
How did the rest of the features come about, man?
So that one, obviously, I told you about that one. I think the next one was I told you how Amore he came. He be around the studio. He be with us often, and that's one of the first songs me and him had together. And the first one worked. Mm-hmm. So usually, sometimes like the first one you have with somebody,
running back,
it don't really work. So that one worked between me and him. It's just by being each other. And then Goalie and Wood on the Way. Those are two people I just grew up with, and they was rapping before me. A huge reason why I rap now. So I got that. It's kind of crazy because that song was that Not a Place to Cry. Mm-hmm. I was at the beach. I was just chilling, clearing my head and shit. And Ethan sent me a beat. And before I even listened to it, because we be joking around, like he sent me the beat. He was like, I'm hard, right? And I was like, this shit better be good because I need something right now. You know what I'm saying? So I heard the beat at the beach, and then I start immediately, like, it clicked. So I went to the studio. Right. I'm like, I'm about to go, and he like, I can't go. I'm like, I'll record myself, just fix it after. Because that's all, I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? I just know how to record myself, and then I know how to, I know how to piece it together, and then he'll do the rest. So I went and did that, and then he was like, hey, you should send this to Goalie, because we work with him often. But we don't have we only got one song together. Right. So this was the second one. So I sent it to him. He like, I'm gonna send you something back by the end of the day. And he's one of the dudes that punch in. Right. And I'll be so amazed by people like that, and that shit be making sense.
I feel like it'd be easier, no?
Yeah, but they told me, they like, nah, Ivan, you're a writer. Like, don't fall in love with
other people's
in.
processes.
He's like, don't fall in love with punching in, because I could do it, but not like how they do it though. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's like a basketball player. You got your own way of laying up. But
everybody take from everybody though. Exactly. You know what I mean? So he came, and then after he did his verse, I'm like, bro. But everything I'm biased to him because I'm like, bro, everything you do is just crazy. Like he rap completely different from me. He rap about all type of other shit. Like,
but see, that's everything goes back to adaptation and awareness.
Yeah, he talk crazy, and I know y'all can relate. He said, I had spilled my juice. Now it's $1,000 carpet, and you know what he talking about. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, how do you even think about
gangster ass shit?
Bro, I'm like, how do you even think about something like that? Like,
you shot that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I did it, they think I'm not being honest. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, that line's so simple, but that shit's crazy.
It's what it relates to.
Bro, that shit's crazy. Like that 1980s track, Get Down On Them, Run Down On. And I'm like, bro, you was, and he like, I'm like, no, I'm not having it. I'm not, no, this is one, I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping this one. And then Wood on the Way, they kind of got like similar things that they rap about. You know what I'm saying? He come in there grimy like, he like, yeah, I miss you too, but not as much as I miss sending boxes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Facts. So he coming in there crazy, like, is you gonna hold me down or hold me under? Like, so they kind of drifted over to like me talking about, but the crazy thing is though, if you hear that song, I'm not necessarily even talking about a girl though. I'm talking about me and the universe coexisting, and why sometimes we can't. So like,
it fits what they talking about too.
Yeah,
in a way, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those lines on that song. I say, treat me like I don't exist. So I'm supposed to be your type, and then I smack it. So the ad lib is like treat me like I don't exist. Supposed to be your type. I'm outside. I'm with my vices tonight. Like, so I'm saying like, damn you. I see you not really like. I see what you do for other people, and I'm staying down till I come up. Like, goddamn, come on. When it's on me, like, let me get that ball rolling. So I'm just being like, I'm kind of being like impatient. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sounding selfish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that is what
if
it is.
you waiting, is it really selfish? You being patient?
But I'm getting tired of waiting though.
No facts. My turn should be coming sooner than later. Yeah. Especially with Shorty looking at me in my face. I feel
man, and you.
I thought that was
favorite song on the project versus favorite session.
Ooh. Favorite song on the project of mine? Mm-hmm. Concrete. Concrete, because I don't normally do stuff like that, and I recorded that one on my own. But I recorded it with my regular voice, and it didn't sound good, so I just threw it away. And then Retro heard it, sent it back to me in that like kind of like deep voice, and I'm like, I don't know why I didn't think of this. And he like, bro, this gotta go in there. But I'm like, no. I'm like, it's good, but like for us to hear it. Right. Like, you know how you have some songs like, I'm
got the squad song.
Yeah, for the homies.
But then that's one of those songs where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna step out the way.
Yeah, let him make a choice, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna step out the way. So and then favorite session was probably Selfish, because we was in there just vibing. Like, we made it, and then we like dancing around in the studio. And
that's
he
the
like,
best way, like, nigga.
Yeah, and I told you I don't really make too many songs like that where I'm getting loose and like, you know what I mean? Because that's just not my lane. Right. I've tried it, but it just
don't fit.
Yeah, it just don't fit. And I know, and I'm glad I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me.
Question.
So
real quick.
Yes.
That whole bass sound, that little. You know what I mean? That bop they got.
Yeah.
You fucking with that sound?
Yeah. Yeah.
You rapping off that I type shit?
I don't think I've tried yet. I don't think I've tried. I haven't came across anything that I could personally rap over. But if it's thrown my way, tempo, I'll try anything. Like retro, I'll try
E40
anything.
type energy.
I'll go and try anything. Ooh. And then if it don't work, then I'm like, all right, we can just throw this away.
Is there a reason you choose to go with the shorter songs?
All right, yeah. So go. No, do your shit first.
No, I'm asking you a question first. I ask you a question first.
Is there a reason?
Yes.
This is a yes or no question. Yes.
What's the reason?
No, it's a yes or no question. So yes. So so go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. So boom.
Yeah, nigga.
You want me to speak for you? I'll speak for you. Boom.
No, you don't. No. You're giving your opinion because you said you was gonna cook. So
okay. Boom.
We could cook at the same time.
Right. So I feel like. My theory back in the day.
Yeah, do your shit.
Right, my theory back in the day. Or the theory now. Yeah. When niggas ask me now, I just say, because I want you to rerun it back. I want you to replay it. Songs are a minute and 30 seconds. If I want to put the whole song on Instagram, I can put the whole song on Instagram and you fuck with it. Yes. I can put the whole song on TikTok, you fuck with it. Smooth, easy. Yeah. I have songs where I drop 130, 140. Boom.
You just did it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So what I'm asking is... Now I have songs where 340, we have longer joints, right? Yes. Now the songs that I'm pushing are the longer joints. Mm-hmm. It seems the songs that you're pushing lead towards the smaller side of it, when you could still simultaneously push the soft songs and push the joints, because the songs that you like are hits. Those are the ones you are pushing. So why not put the hits It's still gonna be a hit at 2:30.
Yeah.
I'm not saying make the bitch 4 minutes,
I know.
but 120 on a dance record with no background dance record ain't gonna have the DJs dancing or freaking it. Yeah. So that's what I mean by cooking. Now I can put a song on there where, if I'm talking, where I'm giving you a story joint.
Yes.
I'm not about to rap to you niggas and you don't want to hear that for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
But then you have a dance joint, the selfish joint. Yeah. It's a minute 20 and it's a club record. So I get it. The theory behind it.
So first you're admitting that you like that song.
I said that's my second joint.
I just wanted to hear it.
I said that's my second joint.
Because you're a tough critic. You're a tough critic.
I said that's my second joint.
No, but you're a tough critic. So
yeah. I like the first
don't
joint.
like good shit.
The first joint, stupid.
Yeah.
That nigga came on going crazy. The second joint hard. I don't want to go critic mode. I don't want to go critic mode.
No, it's okay though.
So the first joint stupid. Second joint hard as fuck. Let me look at the track list.
And then
How many did
answer the question first, and then go ahead. Sorry.
8.
No, but how many did you start with that you were like, I really love all of these?
Okay, wait. Okay, so I remember your question. So let me let him finish, and then
Yeah.
Answer, and then I'll go.
Answer what?
Answer.
Why do I?
Yes.
Why do I do those songs?
Yes.
This is why. And it's gonna make sense. Who are we? We're nobody right now because we do music, right?
Facts.
So we need to grab people's attention.
Every man.
Understand.
In the smallest amount of time we can.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
So when I first started, I was making long songs.
Yeah.
Right.
Man,
But then I took this approach because if I have to put this song on Instagram, I can put the whole thing on there.
One shot.
I can put the whole thing, and then they can go also to listen to the audio versus the video. So I believe like if I'm not Drake, fucking Kevin Gates or Future or something like that, nobody's gonna want to hear a 3-minute song from me. Even if I'm saying some stuff. Now I told you I made a mistake with Selfish because think about it. It's just me and Retro in there, and we're hyped. Obviously, we're hyped about it
for sure.
But we don't know how people are gonna perceive that
for sure.
So when after listening to it, I'm like, fuck, I fucked up. I'm like, I should have rapped way longer on this. Right. I should have.
What advice?
Yes.
To that wasn't just to cook.
Yeah.
The advice to that makes sense. The advice to that is do it and then cut it if you want.
That's actually yes.
If you don't, it's working harder, not smart. You're working smarter, not harder.
Yes.
So you don't have to go backwards. Versus like, all right, the song's done. If you're me, I'm not going back in on that.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to make the song longer.
Question.
I'll fix something, but I'm not going back to make the song longer. What the song is what the song is.
So like that song was already done because it was a part of my series. So if I would have I wouldn't have probably had the same energy. Maybe I would have because I re-recorded it.
Re-recording songs,
Sometimes you don't get the same.
No, that's fact.
But I can't use that excuse with this one because I re-recorded this one and it came out fine.
Right.
But I wasn't thinking when I was going in there to make it longer.
To make it longer.
But we didn't know what it was gonna be.
Why do you make music for that thought process though?
Like now?
So I know as a CEO, manager, and an artist, right?
Yeah.
I understand the thought process of the business side of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make music to attract this. These numbers say this.
It's like
I'm gonna do this.
Your demographic.
I'm gonna do this. This is what I did in Taboo 3. Y'all niggas like the R&B shit. I'm just gonna just do an R&B project. Cool. But where do that fine line comes between this is what feels good versus fuck what these niggas is talking. Okay, I get what y'all niggas is wanting, but I'm not Drake or I'm not Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
So you niggas aren't even respecting me on that level anyway. I called my nigga earlier. I'm like, yo, what you think of this song? I sent this nigga the song. I love advice.
Yeah.
I love advice. Constructive advice. If you telling me something and you can't even formulate what you mean by what you saying, you just want to figure out something to point a figure at. Fuck your opinion now.
Yeah, your construction criticism.
Because you're not being constructive. Constructive criticism comes with something. So that's why I say,
ideas.
yeah, okay, we can make this song longer. And you said, yeah, I regret it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, boom. Well, so just in the next time, just make the bitch longer.
Yeah.
And then if you want to make the bitch shorter,
Then we can
you
chop
can.
it.
And then you could chop it. And you like, because really all you're gonna still do is
Same shit. Long intro,
another
longer
8
outro.
bar,
Yeah, it could have been
another
that
8 bar,
Easy
the
way.
hook. We
Cheap
out
man
that
version.
bitch.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. And now
But you
that's
can
the one
portray-
with the
you-
star.
and, you
And
can
that's the one.
That's the
yeah.
one with the star
And
because
you can portray that
is
last little piece in a video or something.
Yeah, but
It's
that,
like-
I feel like okay, if I'm
Easy.
song, I gave the album,
Content.
I listened to it, I fuck with it. It's your best project,
Yeah, I agree.
hands down.
100%.
Quick question, real quick.
Yeah.
Personal question. You are aware the longer the song, the more you get paid, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. On iTunes, Spotify, there's a few. If it passes like 3.5.
First of all, it's 30 seconds, so I'm not listening to.
No,
what
let
you-
him go.
Go
Well,
ahead.
time gap, yes. There, if your song's over a certain amount of time, you get paid more per play. Now go ahead.
That's true on TikTok.
No, that's a fact.
It's true.
True, nigga. YouTube,
Longer
iTunes,
videos on
all that. Like the longer your
know
actual
about that.
4.5 versus 2.5, you're gonna get paid like 20, 30 cents more.
He don't like that.
No, I know he don't like, but it's the facts.
It's
I didn't
not
know
a
it.
fact. It's your fucking opinion.
No.
It's not a fucking fact. The
didn't-
fact is, nigga, if I play the song for 30 seconds, that's a stream. Regardless, it's 30 seconds.
yeah,
it
if
has
you-
to be
it
30
has to
seconds.
be 30 seconds.
Fuck are you talking about?
But to get
if the
paid at
song's
all.
longer, it's the same cent. I get paid 0.01 cent after 30 seconds. If it's 3 minutes or not. Don't speak facts if it ain't fucking facts. And don't cut me off with a fucking opinion and say it's facts, nigga. Because it ain't facts. Google it.
It was your
Google it.
opinion on the fact.
No, nigga.
Okay.
I'm not talking to you no more. I stated a fact.
That gotta talk.
You're
to each other.
telling
So
me
you're
a
saying
fact.
if
You're
the
telling me
song-
your opinion is fact. I'm telling you, literally, this is my fucking job. This is my job. I'm telling you that when a song hits 30 seconds, that is a stream.
That's why
Anything else you're talking about is irrelevant as fuck. Anything else. It could be 3 minutes.
Wait, hold on. So if you get paid for every 30 seconds,
That's YouTube he's talking about. If your
But,
song,
hold
if
on.
you play a video from him on YouTube longer than 30 seconds, you get paid that amount.
so do you
If
get paid for every 30 seconds is what I'm asking.
Let me get finished. You make a song,
Uh-huh.
4.5 minutes versus 3.5 minutes. You put the song on iTunes
Uh-huh.
versus 3.5 and 4.5. There are different rates per play. 13 cents, maybe 1 point, whatever the fuck the percentage is.
Yeah.
Versus the longer song, which is the percent is higher. That is a fact.
Yeah.
I saw the contract. I saw the numbers. There are points of a coin, of a penny. As sad as it is, there are points on a penny.
Yeah. Well,
Don't-
maybe
don't make a
maybe that
difference
could have
in
been
your pocket,
somebody's
really, but
contract
those-
though. Maybe that could have been somebody's contract instead of it being.
And then it goes to the label, your deal,
maybe. That's what I'm
your
saying.
song, your fucking
So they both
album,
could be right,
all that
but
shit
it's a different
takes
situation.
account. The variables are infinite. So
but if it's every 30
just-
seconds you getting paid for a song, that would make sense.
The
But
30
if it's not,
second
then
shit is
If it's
off
not,
of,
then it doesn't
I
matter.
Yeah,
saw
it
your
don't matter.
song, I clicked it. I played it longer than 30
Relevance.
seconds.
Relevance.
all right, we can
Relevance.
We can move on.
All
'cause
I'm asking is, what's
yeah.
the relevance? Is it
It's okay.
relevant? Your point
Yes.
that you're wrong on. What was the relevance in the conversation?
You get more.
What
of
was
a-
your point?
You get more of a penny
I
versus
just-
the longer version of your song.
Jackass, were we talking about that?
All right,
were we talking about that?
You get paid
You
either
touched
way.
on the timing. I said,
And
get
what
paid.
did I say?
I
What did I say?
you don't get paid from
No,
the
I
the
never
30
said shit
second.
about money. You
said-
brought that up.
You said
What
if-
did
let
our
me say it,
conversation?
yes.
You're talking.
You said if it's longer than 30 seconds to play, you get paid.
Yeah.
If it's under the 30 second, you
All right.
don't.
All right, you got it.
All right,
All right,
let's
you
go.
got it. Because there's no talking to a nigga who's just
It's
sipping all
okay.
day. I can't talk to you. You're not even. You're
It's okay.
reiterating
What you said.
to your conversation, and that's not what I'm talking about. dummy.
brought up a
That's not what I'm
topic.
talking about.
All right, we
I
can
said,
go.
where was your relevant topic that you wanted to cut me off to make in our conversation?
The
It
timing,
wasn't.
the timing topic of
And what
3.5
was my
to
stance?
4.5.
And what was my stance?
The shorter is better. And I said
it
no,
wasn't.
the longer's
No, it
better.
No,
wasn't.
he was agreeing with you. He's telling me to make longer
Conversation's over.
songs, but
It's
if I don't
pointless.
like it, just
It's
cut
okay.
it.
It's okay.
Basically,
It's
we
okay.
all right.
We good.
It's
We
okay.
good.
But yes, the
right.
longer the song, like back in the day, that's why they made 5-minute songs.
right.
Because
The
if I
longer the
sold my
better.
album, I'm getting more money per play.
You got it, big dog.
That's where it came from.
I forgot my question I was going to
Well,
ask.
Taylor had one.
Taylor had a question. Go
Oh,
ahead.
how many songs did you start with that you loved? and then narrowed it down like to 8. But was it like a big significance or like hard to get down to 8?
The 8 was the 8.
Really?
The
It
8
didn't
was
take you long
so,
to pick the 8.
No, because they were all in the same like lane.
Okay.
As far as like what I'm talking about, things I was going through, and what we do pretty well is each beat transitions well into each other. So if they all transition well to each other, that's what matters the most.
That's that good project vibe.
Yeah, that's what matters the most. If all these beats go into each other, then we're gonna rock with that. You get me?
Do you find like a boat flow where you're like, well, these beats kind of feel like this, I'm gonna stay on this feel, or you're like, I'm gonna mix it up with turn up R&B?
We just make the music and then we'll place them together, and if they go together, then and if we love them, then that's how we connect them.
So it was kind of like one by one, like you didn't even cut from 10 to 8.
It was one by they all one by one. They were all made at. I remember where I was, what I was doing when I wrote each song. I remember all that stuff. So I'm not the type of person that'll make a bunch of songs and then try to choose, because I only record like what feels right to me. Right. There are some times where I have to rap through, like we go through droughts, like where it's like everything we make we don't like. At this point we're making stuff but we don't like it though. So you got to get through that point to get to stuff like this.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you have to though. And then it's at the time you're not even thinking that. You're just frustrated because you trying to get out this funk. And
This one's kind of random, but was there any significant location that like you associate with this album, like in the world or around
That's
here?
a
But
good
it's random,
favorite
but-
studio or something?
I did it
like
all in the
place.
same.
Workspace.
When you hear
Alright,
the
so
album, do you hear it?
Oh,
do
do
you
I-
hear Vegas?
Yeah.
Do you hear?
I see soundtrack.
Thank
I see movies. I see
Okay.
some TV shows maybe. Yeah, I see like a kind of like a soundtrack type of thing, like that could be used for TV. And somebody brought that to my attention too as well. So, and
Yeah.
I immediately agree, like, oh yeah, like, you know. So if that answers your question,
Yeah.
yeah.
What inspires you in this music shit? What's your favorite artist of all time? Give me a list.
Dead or alive?
Yeah. So for sure, I grew up on Lil Wayne, and then when I got to high school, it's some people y'all probably never heard of. Pac Div.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on.
Dom Kennedy.
Come on.
Overdose. That whole little era with them. You know what I'm saying? Then the fucking Odd Future, when it was just like, you know what I'm saying? All them guys. Yes. So like when Frank Ocean wasn't even out yet. Like then when they found each other. So who was the other? It was You and I. Like they was from one of them was from Palmdale. I knew his sister.
YG from Palmdale.
Yes.
Game
So
from
I'm saying
Palmdale.
game from his mom from Palmdale. So but
Game
like
went to my
today,
uncle high school.
like today, just I kind of be all over the place. Like I like a lot of the Detroit people. Me and my homeboy found them before like they popped out, like Babyface Ray, V's and all them, Baby Smooth. So a lot of them guys, like I listen to Babyface Ray when I like want to rap, like when I want to.
Yeah,
he get me.
Hey, that
He
nigga
get me.
got game, bro. He be sliding.
Real
Yeah,
big
he be.
shit.
He
I
be.
fucks with bro.
Even though we don't rap the same, like he get me in the mood to rap though.
Yeah, for real.
Like and
He one of them.
before Mac Miller died, he was somebody I was on heavy for sure.
Bro, he be sliding, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to
R.I.P.
Mac.
He did, yeah. But believe it or not though, like my favorite artist though, like, and people that really know me could tell is Kevin Gates. Like that's,
What?
yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just like,
Said
yeah,
never speak on this topic again.
like that, yeah, like he one of my, he my
That's
guy,
so many
like
people,
yeah.
yeah.
He my guy, like for real, like he my guy. I don't like everything, like what all artists like. We don't like everything they put out. Our favorite artists,
Yeah.
but we gonna find something, and that's what helps me make music, continue to make it, because I know everybody's not gonna like every single thing I put out. But if you can like one or two, then I'm cool with that. Like
You in my
I'm not,
grown
yeah,
pains.
I'm not. Come on now, I'm not stupid. Like I know you're not gonna like
I don't
every
know.
single thing.
If I'm your favorite, you better like everything I do. I
You
don't
can't though.
Nigga.
No.
You
Nah.
can't.
You have to be biased.
No,
If you're
you
If
don't.
I'm your favorite,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, maybe he's not
You're
your
number
favorite.
one, but I
What?
got
I
a
don't like
dozen
favorite.
under
I don't
you.
like everybody. I don't like every. So
If Future drops anything, it's up. I'm cool. I'm in there. You see
Nah,
him? He's on the wall
But
behind
look,
you.
boom,
I
Chief
know,
Keef
but-
dropped
So,
something.
bro.
No, then what?
Then it's up, bro.
Then it's
I don't
Chief, right?
expect all of you to think it's the
No,
best.
but
you
you're
like-
going
think
you
Chief
like
first
1 through
after
20?
Fuge.
I don't expect
you
to
love
think
one.
it's
You
better.
love 1 through 20.
Yes, bro. I love the art.
Okay.
I love
That's
the
a
fact
Florida
that you
nigga right
So
there.
you're able to see it from a different. Okay.
Bro, it's albums on there that niggas ain't heard front to back, bro. There's 10-year albums on the wall.
I understand, but I just that doesn't mean he's not my favorite.
I just mean I think
facts.
they're right where if it's your favorite, most of what they do is probably gonna sound good in your ear.
But how is that possible when you're an artist yourself and you don't even like everything you do?
I feel like
fair.
it's impossible to like he said, you have to be. His reasoning is biased.
Yeah, he said it. He said it. You're
He's
right.
like, you can't if you going into a non-biased perspective.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go into anything with
Yeah,
liking
don't.
everything 100%.
that makes sense.
Like you don't
Yeah.
even like your shit 100%.
You-
Like you don't even like
You
the way
don't.
you dress 100%. So
You
it's
don't.
like, but if you go into
Yeah.
it with the mindset of this is what it is.
I don't know about that,
I mean, I feel it.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I feel like you can be 100% confident with yourself and be okay with what you
okay
what
though.
you do.
You're
Okay,
okay.
it's not.
No, my point
not
kind of
okay,
changed
but
after
like,
that point.
but
Look.
be accept.
I seen her face switch too.
Be
Yeah.
accepting.
You see the reaction.
Be accepting. You don't have to be you don't have to be the best dressed or the best this to accept the fact that you might be on a scale.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? You can be on a scale. And
what
be
the bitches
okay.
say, I'm
when the
off
whole
the scale.
When the whole,
Like, come
when the
on,
whole
bruh.
report when the whole report card shit came out for the 805 and all that shit, me specifically, I'm at an 86. Based off that.
Preference.
But I mean,
Based on scale, yeah. But that, I mean,
but to them, that's how
Yeah.
whoever made that, that's how they feel.
yeah.
To me, I can be okay with that.
yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, I ain't okay with it though, my nigga. Like,
Yeah, I mean, shit, because I know when to fight and I know when to just be like, all right,
Yeah, but
like,
when
because
when there's
it's still
only,
it's
when
unbiased.
there's only
you know what I'm
10
saying?
people that are over 80, are you okay with it when there's 66 people on the list?
I can respect your bias because I don't
Yeah.
agree
I hear
with
it.
it.
Yeah, no, I hear
I'm
you.
perfectly fine with being in the top 10. Yeah, I'm
I
perfectly
think that's
fine.
two different conversations.
Yeah.
though,
No, but
for
I'm
sure.
just saying it's being okay with what you measure up to everybody else that's better than you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that's what you give, just be like you can
Okay,
still
but
be okay
if
with that.
what I'm saying is being okay with something doesn't equal it's the greatest. So that's all I think.
Oh,
the point is
100%
like,
not.
so if a nigga makes, if Chief Keef drops a slap, and Drake drops a slap, and if I be like, if majority of niggas like, I don't like the Chief Keef album, and you're like, all right, you have to be all right, this last album, Future Future, mixtape Future, Pluto.
Okay.
You have to be a fan.
Yeah,
You don't
be
though,
it,
because if you
yeah.
go off the numbers, he actually sold 150K. So that means that
150K in comparison to his 250K.
but who sells 150K right now?
Future and
Exactly.
Travis Scott and Drake and
Yeah.
But
the
only
niggas that are those
at the
niggas.
top. So if
exactly.
you don't like
So
it, then
doesn't-
that's fine. If you don't like it, the
Not
numbers say
$1
that
million
it's
baby.
hot. You know what I mean? It does matter because based off of numbers, it was still hot. Even if niggas say that's not the Future I like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to like it. It still went hot.
Right.
Nah, yeah,
But
I hear
that's the preference of something. But yeah.
I guess you could say until the numbers come out because Travis Scott is the same shit. Like, who's going to Travis Scott concert? You going to Travis Scott concert?
No.
But 86,000 people just went to one up the street.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah,
That's
numbers
nuts.
crazy.
Why do
for
you
sure.
break the numbers of Taylor Swift? Because people like that.
Yeah.
We don't think it's the hottest, but people like that. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with
And
Chief
mu-
Keef's album. He's
music
still
is
on
new
Rolling
jazz.
Stone.
The
but-
thing,
I hear.
if you at the end of the day, if you're at the top of the mountain,
Yeah, yeah.
the only way you get past the top of the mountain is beating the top of the mountain. So at the end of the day, if you ask a nigga who does 250, let's just use
Drake
use
or whatever.
Travis Scott, who we just use
Travis.
Travis Scott for example.
Yeah.
This album is off the numbers
Ass.
ass, regardless of what his
Oh,
250K that he sold for his album first week.
Yeah.
Because
You're
he's
right.
Travis fucking Scott.
You are right,
This
though.
ain't birds in the trap.
Yep.
So I understand what
I feel you, though.
being a fan of Travis, like, yeah, I fuck with it because it's Travis. Like, yeah, for
But
sure.
that's why residuals are different from your concert, your album, your streams, all that. We make contracts for a reason. We know. Your sales ain't gonna do your concert sales.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
All right, so we're gonna get into this last topic, and it's called Black and White. And which, if you don't know, and for those that don't know, Black and White is a simple game.
Yeah.
This side or this side. Pick this side of the coin or that side of the coin, and I'm gonna just list some things, and you're gonna let me know.
Okay.
Kobe or Kevin Durant,
Kobe.
LeBron or Michael.
I wasn't around to see Jordan, so LeBron. But I know the truth, though. I know the truth.
If you want to elaborate on any of these, you can.
Just because, like, I grew up watching LeBron, but Jordan, like, I only seen like what they show us, what you can find on YouTube. And I feel like it was nothing like when he was playing, it was nothing like him. And then we got Kobe, so. But if I'm taking like a all around player and want somebody to play with, for sure LeBron. But if I want to learn how to be a killer, I gotta go to another killer.
Jay-Z or DMX?
Jay-Z, because I listen to him more.
Kanye, Pharrell?
Producer or rappers?
Wherever you want.
Producers, for real.
Mac or Wiz?
Mac.
Larry June?
But I grew up on Wiz though, for sure. I'm gonna go with Wiz. I'm gonna just go with Wiz. I'm gonna go with Wiz. Yeah, for sure.
Larry June or Don Kennedy?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I don't really listen to Larry like that though. But the old Dom though was fucking crazy, bro. I'm going with old Dom. I just made my own answer for sure. But I'm going with old Dom. I'm going with old Dom. And I met him. So I was eating ramen somewhere and I met him.
And I want to say, she touched on it earlier about not wanting to compare.
Yeah.
And but I was gonna say it sounds like at one point your favorite rapper was Dom Kennedy.
That's
Not my favorite though, but he was somebody I listened to a lot. Yeah.
It's
But
not.
Yeah, she still gotta get her shit off.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna add to it when you were done talking because that was the first person on the list of people that I wrote that he reminded me of.
Okay. We could go through that list though. I'd like to hear it because
We're in black or white.
I know, but after though.
Maybe.
Why not?
Yeah, we can go through it.
Black and white.
Bone Thugs or Bone Thugs or 3 6 Mafia.
Bone Thugs, come on.
What?
Why would you even?
That's
You
crazy.
gotta take that question off.
That's crazy.
That's crazy?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You broke my heart.
Sipping on some shit,
That's crazy. See, that's not crazy.
bruh. 3-6 is stupid.
I'm a South
You're
nigga,
tripping.
bro. I love 3 6 Mafia.
Bone
What?
Thugs and Harmony.
Yes.
Nigga, some of us were probably made during that time.
For sure. Two
Like
Bone
what?
Thugs. For sure.
Nobody was making kids to no fucking 3 6 Mafia.
Shit, if there was
Fuck
one, it was
outta
me.
here,
I was
nigga.
made
We
to
in the
that shit,
South.
'cause,
And that's why you the way you is, nigga.
Yeah.
Southside.
And that's why you the way you
Southside.
is. You was fucking made
crazy work.
listening to fucking sipping on scissor.
Yeah, facts.
I'm a baby at heart, so my bad.
Darren Fox or John Morant.
Young Bucks.
The coldest, man.
Dear.
Palmdale or Oxnard.
In what kind of way?
Whatever you want it.
Don't matter.
And elaborate.
I gotta go with Oxnard because sceneries, the beach is here, the food is good.
Question.
I've made this like my third home. I've built a foundation out here. I started doing music out here. So a new me got introduced to a new place that I was in. And I like the people out here. Yeah, Oxnard for sure. I feel like it's done more for me in a way. Because you can get stuck in Palmdale because it's nothing but desert out there.
Same shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Oxnard has done so much for me. Like whether it was good or bad, like I feel like it's done a lot for me. And I look at this as my third home for sure. Yeah.
Just a quickie. You been to Doubles, right?
Yes.
All right, you certified Palmdale. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all right. Burn to death or drown to death? You only got to pick one.
You want to know what's crazy?
Horrible.
Damn, how did I forget this? And I actually caught on fire when I was a kid.
What?
Yes. I was on fire for probably like 30 seconds for sure.
Where at?
I was at home. I was playing with a lighter. I was eating cereal as a kid.
Like body part.
And my shirt was bleached and I didn't know that. And the lighter just dropped. And I was on fire and I couldn't grow hair right here until I was like 21. I had third
degree burn.
Yes. I I probably still got scars under my armpit from it.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, I don't remember what it feels like.
You don't remember
You
the
was
pain?
numb.
I don't remember.
How old were you?
Probably like 8, 9, probably 10 if
You
that.
don't remember the pain?
And I'm thinking like maybe it's so quick.
That you don't feel
But
it?
drowning, I feel like that shit take forever.
It is a
fuck
So
that.
I'ma
That's
just-
traumatizing. You have to be.
Bruh, I feel like
But
fire and water the same.
they say you pass out. So when you
Yeah.
drown,
Yeah, with the
they
water,
say you
yeah.
pass
Dude,
out
somebody just
before
gotta come
you
get you
like,
out, yeah.
you know, you'll suffocate and pass out before you're just like
You
sitting
know
there
what?
suffocating.
I would
and
rather
drowning.
drown to death because if I'm gonna be in a casket, then I'll look normal.
But the thing is, too,
You can have an open casket if you
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
water versus fire, it'll take a longer time. Not to be weird, but like
The
watching
fire
horror
would?
movies,
Fire
yeah.
will,
Okay, yeah.
Because the
yeah.
oxygen from the flames, you'll be sitting there.
Yeah, you
until
could burn it for a
you
long
get
time.
enough
Long
flame
time.
on you, but the water, you're smothered.
All right,
Yes.
let's not get too deep.
No,
know
I was about to
it's
say
just-
My
that's too
bad.
deep.
I'm just- I'm just-
Yeah, I like black and white though.
Yeah.
Black and white tough.
All right,
Yeah,
last
hell no.
question. Last question.
This is the toughest one.
Yep,
Gotta be.
that's the toughest one.
Oh.
Pressure.
Would you rather have more money or more time? And why?
I'd rather have more money because I know how to deal with time. I feel like I've been having more time than money, so I'd rather have more money.
Yeah, then you'd
'Cause-
be able to fill up with how much time you've been wasting.
Yeah, because the moment I get, man, it's over. You could what? You could be. You see how? Come on, man. Just look at certain people that's popping and that got money
How they got there, yeah.
and
Spend
they
a
could
little
get
cash.
whatever they want and stuff, and you just be like, man, what the fuck?
So we're gonna definitely do a rerun,
That's
Okay.
really
but
what-
we're gonna do a rerun in the future
Uh-huh.
when you balling.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you the same question.
All right.
I think
Because you'll have the money, and then you'll be
that's
like,
cold.
well, my time.
Yeah.
you
But
had
think of-
something that you want
More
to say.
time is crazy.
That yeah. All right. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
like
ask
this.
you the same question. Fast forward when you have money.
All right, and I won't premeditate at all.
You probably won't remember
Why not?
because you'll have money. You've been having
Too much
other
money
experience.
around me.
Too much money. Too much money. You don't have
Y'all
time to
might- but
remember.
hey, but look,
you won't
hey,
have time to remember.
But
that.
Money's
look,
blinding you,
but
son.
we might run into each other, and I'm gonna look at you and be like, hey,
I got time
come on,
today,
hey,
cuz.
come on over here.
Come over here. Okay.
Come on over here.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
talk
cool to
about it.
want- No, because of course you want more time. Like that's dope.
Yeah.
I think it's
But,
a perspective. Right?
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any last questions? Anything else we got from my man's free? Get up on out of here.
Taylor, what's up?
Hey,
You had a little list in your phone.
on
You
now,
want to
what
talk
a
about
list
it?
at?
List, but it's not a question. So I don't know so many questions.
Give him the list. Give
Well,
him the list.
I feel like the list isn't fair. Like I'd rather give you like a playlist of like what came to my head like right after I listened to it all and like deep dive. But my list.
And then you said
I
you had to
asked-
ask other people too.
I
Yeah.
asked 2 people, and the second one I don't really agree with. Actually, I'm not going to say what we talked about, but I asked 2 other people, and they said it sounds like Frank Ocean and G-Eazy had a baby with Lil Yachty, which I just feel like was a crazy answer.
Yeah, that's crazy
I
work.
don't really
Crazy
agree
work.
with,
I don't even know. Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's
it did
crazy.
remind me of the song Purity
Uh-huh.
with ASAP and Frank, and then so I could see maybe where they
Yeah.
got that from, but I don't really agree. And then my list, and then someone else said Russ, kinda, but I didn't really agree with that either.
I hate this.
Hey,
That's fair.
fuck Rush.
I feel you, gang.
I like his book, but I don't.
like his music.
I just don't. Some stuff that I've heard from him, I'm like, oh, that shit was
Him.
actually.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I
okay,
feel
that's
like
actually
he-
cool, but like, I'm not like a Russ guy though.
I ain't gonna lie, Rush
I'm not a Rush guy.
reminds me of like the friend that has no friends, like that guy that doesn't
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
with
But shit, he made it happen,
nobody.
though.
He has the
No,
whole
he gonna
world,
make it
but
happen.
no one wants to bother with
his
him.
book is crazy though. His book is crazy.
It's
for
a
sure,
biography?
Yeah. It's basically like how he
Cause
how
I
he
read
was
the
able to
Gucci
make
Man
it,
book, and
I
that
made
shit
it.
was lit.
like his mindset. Yep.
That's fine.
That's dope though.
That's fine.
His
But he did
biography.
it. He did it.
It was
Go
a
ahead.
biography though, right?
Kinda.
I mean, he's just how he got there. Like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
dudes, don'ts, whatever.
Oh,
his
the trail.
advice.
Okay,
That's
okay.
Yeah. Okay, Taylor.
I had Dom Kennedy, Aaron May, Vince Staples. I feel like I'm saying this name wrong, but Six Lack. How do you actually say it?
Oh,
Black.
Black.
And then my first song on the playlist was Nipsey Hussle and Dom Kennedy, Double Up. And then I had Orange Pineapple, Larry June, Purity, A$AP Rocky, Frank Ocean, No Sense, Baby Keem, Patrol Bliss, Choker, one that was like Jack Harlow but someone else, and then Meek Mill, A$AP Ferg, Snot. I don't know. I kind of had
Yeah,
a
it's
range.
well. Those
But-
two are.
Well, then
Those two are.
at the end, I stopped the playlist about you, but the first part was.
Okay. When I first started rapping and I didn't know who the dude was, some dude, we was in the studio, he was like, hey, anybody ever told you sound like Larry June? And I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
Okay. Yeah,
but it's Dom.
Yeah, it
but
is.
watered down version.
The thing you would think like, cause you know how you got a lot of people out here that really be tailoring their style after people. I don't even think like that.
But
So
that's why
if
I
it
didn't
comes
even
out,
wanna
it's probably
tell you.
just from like listening to them and.
But I think that's the influence, right? I think it's like what influences you as you. I think that's why I phrase it like that versus like you as an artist.
Yeah.
Because like, what do you like? And then that would tell you
what they do.
kind of the pulls. Like, all right, I got that wordsmith shit. But I also, in my wordsmith shit is like what you touched on. Y'all have to listen.
Yeah.
You're like, nigga, you ain't talking that shit. Well, you're not listening. You're not listening. So that's why I like to be like, okay, so who's your favorite artist? So then I get the answer on why it's cryptic like that or whatever, however it is that you do something.
Yeah. My uncle was just pressing me over the phone about that too. It's crazy too because I've been around music damn near all my life and never thought once. Like I lived in a house with a full-blown producer, beat maker, everything.
Oh shit.
And never thought once to do music. College, never thought once to do it. And then one day
He just in the lab
during the
every day.
pandemic, my homeboy was just like, hey, come over. Like, cause he do music. He was like, hey, come over. And then he was like, try to write something to this. It was so bad though, like I wanted to get good at it. And that's how I started. And then it was a hobby. And then it's like, oh no, like I actually love doing this. You know what I'm saying? And then I found like I said, the beat would tell you what to do, and I don't be like, I'm gonna just talk about it. Just comes out like, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, like people be getting on me about like not necessarily getting on me, but just like I wish you would like even Kyle Capricorn. He like man stop. He like man stop rapping to them, man, and just talk to them like.
Don't hold back.
And I just be telling him like, I'm like bro like. I've tried it. Like I don't personally like it.
You knew. I mean, and it's not a new thing in a bad way. Like it's like telling a nigga.
I'm still figuring shit out.
It's telling a nigga to go carry a team, and that nigga just started playing basketball 4 years ago.
Exactly.
That nigga not gonna be able to carry a team and like that. So you have a way that you do something.
Yeah.
And the way that you know how it works, and you've obviously seen the growth of it from your first project to this project.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the growth of it. From your first shit I've heard to this shit I'm listening to.
Yeah.
I've heard all your shit. So hearing from beginning to end, I'm hearing the evolution of Ive. So I'm like, all right, cool. I fuck with it. I rock with it. So I'm a fan, man.
I appreciate that a lot. Even when somebody just take their time and listen to what I got to say, that's always a blessing because it's so many artists in the world, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's not like me. Like when people around here drop stuff, I'm gonna go listen to it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because if I can't see somebody and then not even know what they be rapping about and talking about, and then just have because people not even have an opinion on that. Like I gotta know what's going on, bro. Like so I gotta listen to be like, okay, like this one good, like you know what I'm saying? This one's okay, like he could, but I try to get out of that mindset. My new mindset now is just like I need to appreciate what they was doing, like. I need to try to figure it out, and if I can't, then it wasn't for me. But the songs that click with me, they're for me to resonate with. So, to the people that just be telling me like, oh, I wish you would get more grimy. Like, I don't take it offensive. I just be like, shit, this is what I got. Like this is what I got, and I'm still
right now.
bro, and I'm still figuring all this shit out. Like
you will get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there where you're like, nigga, I can now rap on everything.
But exactly,
so
like,
I'm not feeling no type of way.
And now the beats that come to me, like they're coming to me for a reason. Like they're all type of different beats that people never even heard of.
Taylor type shit.
You get what I'm saying? Like they're doing like Retro and Robbie, they're doing so much crazy shit like that. People like the Drake shit that came out. Honestly, never mind. I was rapping over shit like that before he came out with that. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, and then they was like, damn, he stole our style. I'm like, no, not necessarily. Like,
they just beat you to the punch.
He did, yeah, exactly.
It's simple. I was just telling him that I was like, and I didn't mean it like this, but I was annoyed. I was like, man, I can't wait till a nigga get famous, bro. Because I was like, I'm sick of niggas getting credit for shit that niggas been doing. And I was like, this nigga was like, Drake dropped they're like, Drake's so innovative. He just put his song on there. So now J. Cole and now Kendrick are following suit. So nigga, I did that shit last year, gang.
Yeah.
I dropped a whole song on Instagram threw away that niggas don't even know you can do that and drop the whole song, not a snippet, a whole song, and it's not innovative then. It's not like, oh, this nigga's a genius then, but it's this nigga doing it. So it's like, it's just that thing. You know what I mean? It's that, but I'ma still do me regardless of what it is.
And I was watching, to make it short, I was watching this dude, I think his name is Vic. He did the radar shit, the freestyle, the radar.
Yeah.
And he was like, his shit was crazy too. And he was saying like, the analogy he used was crazy. He was like, I've been doing, people just listen now, but he was like, I've been rapping like this. He was like, it's like somebody throw a party and nobody want to be the first one there. And he was like, now, he was like, I've been throwing parties. He was like, I've been throwing parties, bro. He was like, now everybody want to come though.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to be the first one there. Nobody, some people got too much pride to be like,
I was there
boom,
first.
boom.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? And it don't take nothing to, you know what I'm saying, to post this or like to listen, to see if you even really like it. And it's okay to go, it's crazy. Like, I know y'all probably got the same shit. Like, it's shit that I don't ever post that people say to me in my DMs or like text me, and I just be like, damn, you really feel like this about me making music? Like, it'd be crazy. And I don't never share that with people. And it's just like, all right, this is enough. And that's another thing. That's enough for me to just like keep going and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not afraid to tell somebody like, if y'all drop, if I like that shit, I'm coming on that shit.
Hot, nigga. That shit hot, nigga.
I'm about to tell you, like, and if a line stick out to me, I'm gonna write that line in your comments too.
Right.
Like nigga, this was the one.
He just posted something.
I just texted that nigga.
He just posted something, and he did too. But I was so distracted when you posted something. I liked it, but I was so distracted. Like, I gotta go back. But I know, like, I gotta go back and listen. Some things I have to listen to more than once though. But you get what I'm saying? Like, if I like something, like, but the thing is, another thing I do though, even if I don't like it, I'm still gonna repost it half the time because somebody else might like it on my page.
Exactly. It's for the fact of supporting you.
We got different
Nigga, I
listens.
repost shit I don't like every day, B. Every day
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
like a nigga shit, but you have to
It's
because
about
it's what it's
support.
about.
Just
Like,
helping people out.
we
and-
have to get. We
Yep.
all trying to
You know
have
what
the
I'm
same
saying?
common goal.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that
It's
we
being
lack
there for people.
as artists and self-awareness is every other state of artists that pop, they help each other in their community before.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Thug and all these niggas and Future and Gunna and all these
Spreading
niggas
love.
and Lil Keem and all these niggas that are actually
Yeah.
in a squad or not in a squad and helping each other up, building each other up, motivating each other, giving niggas opportunities to get on. It seems that Cali is the only place where community isn't the best situation, right?
Yeah.
People don't look for community based. There's a radio station out here that's only tailored to 805 music.
Yeah.
And
And
they
they not
go
even
live
watching.
every single day.
Show love.
Every single day, play niggas music every single day. There's at least 10 to 20 people in there every single day. And niggas do not tap in. And the niggas playing niggas music
Shit.
from the 805. He's playing
On
your
the
shit.
radio.
Yeah.
And you not even there to support what's going on, but then wondering why the support isn't there for you. So if you support, then maybe support will be there for you. And it's just
What station you talking about?
CTC Radio.
See, I
Connect the
Yeah.
coast.
no, I
Connect
I know.
Coast.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wednesday or
Yeah,
Monday?
I know
Every day,
exactly. what you're
every
talking
week.
Oh, okay.
about. Is
Connect
them
the
niggas
Coast.
from San Luis Obispo?
Yeah.
Okay,
805.
yeah,
So-
y'all mess with them heavy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're everywhere from. They're just 805 shit. So
That's
but they play everybody's shit. Like everybody,
Everybody.
That makes sense.
everybody that's from the 805. That nigga's like really just be up and down the grade. So he finds everybody and fuck with everybody. So
Yeah.
he's a cool dude. Tap
That's
in.
love.
I'll
I
send you
will.
the shit when they get on next week or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, man, y'all got any last questions y'all want to ask my man?
Pancake or waffle?
Waffles
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
with fruit for sure.
With some fruit, yeah.
With some fruit?
Yes, nigga.
I need a little scrambled hash, you know what I mean?
That's on the side. I'm talking on top.
On top.
Yeah.
on top of the waffle?
Yes.
I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck with
Come on, man.
Anything else?
you. Man.
All right, man.
Anything else?
Well, it's the Iceberg Lounge. We appreciate it for coming in the building, speaking some real, giving us the drip, giving us the knowledge. You want to give out where they can follow you, tap in, get your music, anything like that?
Yeah, my Instagram is my last name at Dooley DOOLEY 2x2. That's my Instagram, and basically I got everything on there where you can connect to everything I have. Link in the bio. I'll even send it to you. I'll send you whatever you need, so you don't got to do the work. I'll do it for you.
She.
Real. And I I had a question on here that I didn't get to ask.
Okay, let's do it.
So I'm gonna ask one last thing.
Okay.
What's the most points you've ever scored in the game?
64.
You
Hey,
lying.
You wanna know who it was against? Too? You wanna know who it was
Lit.
against?
Who?
It was against fuck. Why am I drawing a blank?
It was college?
No, it was in a men's league
the
game. What's his name? Nigga I used to be with all the time and who? Why can't I think of his name? Stevie.
Oh,
Yes.
that's what
you gave that nigga work?
No, it's a team. I'm saying
his
team.
team.
You gave that nigga 64.
Team. It was a team.
You put up 64 on their team?
But it's because the night before, my homeboy, he was kind of getting disrespectful. He like, we had a bet. He was like, you won't score 40 tomorrow. And I was like, Jake, bro, like, I'm like, bro, the way I've been playing, I'm like, that's low key, like, and I don't even begin. I'm like, but
That's
to him,
low-key disrespectful.
I'm like, bro, I could give 40, bro, like, and I had 40 at half. I had 40 at
Yeah, you
half.
were like, hold on.
Because we had a bet, and I'm like, but the
You
crazy
was
thing is,
feeling
nobody
it
even
already.
knows.
You was
I'm not
like-
even playing against him. I'm playing against him. And he's not even playing. And I'm looking at him
I took
I'm
that
looking at him
personal.
every time, and I'm like, and people are saying something. I'm like, you come do something about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him, like,
Get up, nigga.
bro.
Off the bench.
Yeah, you come
not
do
even
something
a
about
get up,
it.
nigga.
You come do something about this.
Get
And
up,
then,
nigga.
you know, everything was
40 or
I was just locked in. I was just locked in. But I scored 60 twice though.
Oh.
But that 60 was more loud than.
That was a personal 60.
And you
Bro,
was
that-
no bench.
It was everything.
You wasn't off the
it was
bench.
everything you could think of though.
Never
I
off
didn't
the
come
floor.
out. They were trying to take me out. I said, I'm
yeah.
not coming out.
What?
all day.
You see what I'm
all
doing right
day.
now?
And the game was like over with like 10 minutes. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not coming out this game.
I put Billiam on your defense though. I bet he stop you.
Who?
Ain't that right, big dog?
Oh nah, he ain't got no chance.
You want me, dog?
Nah, he ain't got no chance. He ain't got no chance.
All right, man. This is the Iceberg Lounge. And before we get out of here, I want to leave y'all with a last little thing. And then I'm going to play a song on the way out so y'all can hear. What's the last song you want them to hear? Favorite song or whatever. It's up to you.
You can play Not a Place to Cry.
Okay. Wake up, strive to be perfect. And when you fail, when you come short, wake up and do it again. We the Iceberg Lounge, and we out. You dig? Big Bird.
Appreciate y'all.
Bird.
Yes, Bird.
I'm gonna hear it.
I'm here.
Thought about you while you away. I think about you when I'm gone. I'm done making mistakes. I know darkness coming, so I'm putting up a fight. It's not the same. See me in a different light. Telling me right from wrong. Good parent, I like to fight. She been saying it's a problem. I never admit if she right. Treat me like I don't exist. Supposed to be your type. I'm outside, I'm with my vices tonight. I'm drinking mine straight, goalie mixing his with Sprite. I don't want no loose ends, I close it in tight. Talking like it's mine when she in everybody's life. When she greet me, it's like I'm hopping off a flight. I'm back again, I took a 10, don't do this every night. Outside I spin, have been, don't hurt me out of spite. You my last friend, my confidant, I hear you all the time. You my last sin, I helped you then, that now I'm in my prime. Thought about you while you away. I think about you when I'm gone. I'm done making mistakes. I know darkness coming, so I'm putting up a fight. Right or wrong, this is not a place to cry.
Hey, looked in the face of all them lies, but you did it wrong. You ain't got no face that I could die with. Money lost, so I had turned to violence and chess schemes. Tell me first, 'cause I don't like surprises. I'm a con artist, don't mistake it for no kindness. Flexing way too much, we gon' stick him up, I promise. Just 'cause they ain't did it, they think I'm not being honest. That 1980s track, run down on them, get down on it. I spill my juice, now it's $1,000 carpet. 3 or 4 life sentences inside the apartment. Passing me the eye, she cotton in the stars. She a bitch, but say he not. To me, he won regardless.
I don't hit your line every day, you feel like I'm heartless. Nigga miss you too, but not as much as I miss sending boxes. Towns I never stepped foot before, but somehow I'm locked in. No wood, keep a pound on him like the trending topic. Somewhere stone, rockin' Stone Island. Go yard my wallet, real player. Master with my P, it ain't no silk to shocker. I'm bothered, most deaf daughter, that's just not my problem. And if it was, I'm having plenty milligrams to solve. Cold times was headed downhill, shit felt like a slalom. Times when I was low on motivation, I looked to my partners. Times you needed me, I was outside, know I was grinding. We know love don't pay the bills, I'm trying to multiply this profit. Can't go out like them other niggas, shit, I come from something. Stood on everything I ever told you, I wasn't never bluffing. I don't got no badge number, you know me, I don't do too much cut. But I got a question, is you trying to hold me down or hold me under?
Thought about you while you away. I think about you when I'm gone. I'm done making mistakes. I know darkness coming, so I'm putting up a fight. Right or wrong, this is not a place to cry.
That's how long you want my songs to be by myself though.
Take it like like
I like those ones. Bro.
like that song. If that was by yourself, like 2
verses.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Two verses. A longer, yeah.
Well,
Bro,
you can get it right.
If
off,
that
yeah.
one
But
was
you
by
know,
yourself.
you know what my other thing is too with that? It's just like that momentum I had in that first verse. I'll be like kind of scared, like I'm not gonna have that same one.
So then make your first
So
verse
the
longer.
I thought about that too, like just
So instead
and
of a
then chop it.
16, just go.
Yeah,
No, just go.
and then place the
And then
hook.
place the
Stop
hook where
and
the
then
hook's
end,
supposed to go.
end the
I
song.
actually thought about that. It worked though.
I have songs.
Yeah.
I got songs where I'm going.
Yeah, because you just want to keep going.
Nigga, I'm going.
You just
So
wanna
the
keep
hook,
going,
I'm
yeah.
gonna make sure I put the hook here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go till I don't feel like going no more.
I'm done.
And then I'm gonna put the hook again, song over.
Yeah.
I put 2 verses in 1 verse.
That make a lot of sense.
The shit's still 2 minutes.
Easy workflow.
You know what I mean?
But that one, like I felt like they was good compliments to that song. Like
Yeah.
I felt like
I said that, yeah. I don't think
That
that
shit was hard.
okay. I felt like it though.
Wood
I felt-
slid.
on they verses.
Wood
They both
slid.
they both rap better than me.
Wood slid. Woody slid. I think
What the last one?
the last nigga went crazy.
You don't think the middle one?
Last nigga went crazy.
He did. He I think he had the best verse
Yeah.
on there for sure.
He
Last
definitely
one
slid
I
the
think he
last
did.
one.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but then if you really go back and listen, like I was talking shit just like them.
But I think you slid too.
Yeah.
It's going.
But I'm not afraid to be like, yeah, them niggas got me.
But
for
they
sure.
did.
But they
I don't
supposed to
think-
get me.
I don't think one
So
got you.
and
I don't think one got you.
But let me think that so I can get better. Let me think that so I can keep getting
Good
better.
motivation.
I think everybody better than me though.
wasn't
So
all
that's
that,
why
my
that's
nigga.
why
That's how you stay in there. So you
Yeah.
stay in there.
Oh yeah, he better for sure. Like
I bet. Well,
you know,
anything.
I think we're all excited to see where your future's gonna go.
Loving
I
it.
appreciate
man.
that.
Loving it.
Likewise too. I
Anything we
appreciate
can do to help. Anything we can do to
course, bro.
push you forward.
Yeah.
Send that shit to the DM so I can
Yeah.
Okay.
repost that shit.
I got a problem with that too. I don't be doing that at all.
Oh, bro, you got to.
Yeah, that's smart.
Because niggas don't
have
see.
to.
You have to.
That's what and I'll be
Have
thinking
to.
like, oh, and then I'll be like, I shouldn't post this much because it's annoying, but you right. A lot of like somebody just
Unfollow
hit,
me.
Fuck that.
somebody just hit me
Unfollow me.
yesterday like a post I had and she was like, you rap? And I'm like, you been following me this
Bitch,
whole
you been
time.
following me how long?
And I'm just
Nah,
like, I
bro.
didn't even get mad. I'm just like, yeah, here go the link. If you want to take a
Right.
listen, go ahead.
Exactly.
Hey, think about it as a lot of this shit is for your non-followers, bro.
That shit reaches more non-followers than
Than
my
your
And
followers.
that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Yeah, that.
Explore page.
Yeah, you gotta post for no one.
You
No,
gotta
I
post
do-
for
that's
everybody.
how I
Yeah.
put-
No
yeah.
one or
Yeah, but no
everybody.
one
Yeah.
in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's for me.
No one specific. Yeah.
You find me, you find me.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it. I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, I
Y'all got
appreciate
anything
it.
else?
Good seeing you, man.
My dog.
Appreciate y'all.
You already know.
Real
Gang.
deal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.